Hello, and welcome. Hi, everybody. It is us. We are here. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. Welcome to our actual play live stream of a game of Dungeons and Dragons set in a homebrew world of floating islands, sky ships, deep magic, and strange mysteries. And that was completely out of order because that's just where my brain is today, right now. I am Chris. I use he, him pronouns. I have the honour and joy of being the main storyteller and producer of this show, and currently a sentient puddle as well because it's warm over here. So if you can hear Wayne and I echoing back and forth a little bit, we apologise. We have the doors open and fan going to keep us as cool as we possibly can as we enjoy.
We apologise, but we're not shutting the doors to deal with it.
Sorry, not sorry.
With me are my three regular friends and a wonderful guest who are here to continue telling this wonderful story with you. And today I am going to start. I'm going to go clockwise for me as the stream sees, and so we're going to have Charlie first.
Oh my god. Hello, I am Charlie, she, her pronouns, and also melting because this ain't natural and it's horrible and everything sucks. And I'm playing Aisling, the adorable satyr, warlock, kind of bit sorcery. Was a dinosaur, not a dinosaur anymore. Played fetch with her patron, Aisling.
Amazing. I love that. Part dinosaur, part satyr, part warlock, part sorcerer.
Yep.
All Aisling.
Part satyr, part dinosaur, all ate a guy the other week.
All chaos. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Next, our wonderful guest, Niky.
Hi, my name's Niky. Just Niky. I'm a mononym like Cher. I'm Chris's irregular friend, and I'm playing Scathe Shadowmire, a wizard. Full stop, period, end of sentence.
Amazing.
Wizard.
A wizard. Next is Wayne.
Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him. And I shall be playing the luxurious Dragonborn rock today.
Cool. And I can actually turn you up a little bit. That's great.
I don't know why.
You luxurious.
I like it. Luxurious.
Absolutely. And last but never least, Theo.
Hello, I am Theo. I use they them pronouns, and I will be playing the also wizard full stop Eugene.
I love wizard full stop.
It's the difference between minimalism and maximalism.
It really is.
And hey, welcome to episode 69, everyone.
Nice.
This is
Nice.
much more important
Nice.
than episode 50 in many
I
ways.
don't know why
Nice.
you're all laughing. I do not understand at all.
Nice.
Nice.
I want to see some nices in Discord.
69 is God's
immediately.
number, right? It's
It
Yeah,
is.
that's where it
God's
comes from.
number.
Comes from the
Yeah.
Bible.
As a Christian, I can confirm it is.
Indeed.
Dear.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, so it is indeed episode 69. Before we jump into that, I've got a little tiny bit of admin to do. First off, we want to shout out our mod because we've stolen one of them to play.
Just
Our
the
other
one mod.
is the amazing feline trickster Michelle, who is in chat just to keep an eye on things and help us get any spam bots and nasty people before they get to bother you. If you spot anything at all, don't be afraid to just drop Michelle a quick note and say, hey, did you notice? Probably one of us will pick it up, but we're playing, so she just makes our life a little easier. Second, we want to shout out some of our friends, and we're going to start with Dice and a Slice. Do you like baked goods, and do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Well, we think you should have those things together with our friend Dice and a Slice.
Sounds like socialism to me.
It really does. A fortnightly podcast set in a Dungeons and Dragons world of nautical adventures, piratical heroes, and spoopy temples right now. They are having some real fun. It's very, very good. members of the cast have been on here as guests for various things. They're amazing people. We love them to bits. And if you're not following them already, you really should go and check them out. Hedge is here, and that means Misadventurers League are here. They are wrapping up their Vampire the Masquerade game at the moment. They've got a couple of episodes left. It has been absolutely brilliant with some wonderful characters and some wonderful guest moments as well. I'm talking about Tall Nerd Apollo. Don't ignore me. I popped along, but I was just silly at them.
At them.
They're really, really cool. It's very, very good fun, and we cannot wait to see what happens next. I need to shout out and thank the wonderful Actual Play UK for having me on Friday night as the ridiculous Sir Reginald Rombos.
He's not ridiculous.
The himbo that we do not deserve because nobody asked for him.
Oh.
He was lots of fun to play. I had an amazing cast of people around me. The replay should have dropped this weekend, and part 2 will drop next weekend from what I remember being told. If you didn't see it, check it out. Go and check them out as well. They are really good. It is a variety stream of different TTRPGs with different storytellers and GMs and different players on short, 1 or 2 episodes or short campaigns. They're really, really lovely people too, and deserve all the love. They're doing great work to try and uplift UK and European TTRPGs. Cool. Did I miss anything? Have I forgotten? Has anything melted and leaked out of my ears without me realizing?
Stay still?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Cool. On that basis, I think I will drop the titles. We're back. Previously on Some Other Heroes, Scathe, the enigmatic shadow elf, and Eugene were supposed to be undergoing their wizard's harrowing, the test that will separate them from the rank and file mages of the world and grant them the title High Mage and allow them to safely access higher magics. It has
High Mage.
it has not gone as planned at all. The participant of a third member, a wild magic sorceress, has thrown them into the land of dust and shadows, the mysterious land that holds the 13th seat, the last godhead of the Scattered Lands. They have fought demons. Some of them have been turned into dinosaurs and fought demons. They have met with allies who have revealed that some people in the room who were also teleported arrived about 2 years, maybe more, ago. Scathe finally met Thronesblade in the flesh. And the party finally figured out Alabaster's heritage.
Alabaster got to meet Thronesblade too,
Yeah.
and that went really well.
Eventually.
Hey, it could have gone worse.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bumpy start, but
Should have parallel walked them, done a slow intro, kept the doors closed,
So what are you moaning about? They were fighting over you.
Scathe putting some of the clues together and working out that what Eugene had suspected was possibly true. That Alabaster, the demon that has been living in Aisling's head, is
Rent-free,
is a construct based on the magics of the three Alabaster Guardians who are supposed to protect this realm. Basically, he's their baby. He's their magical baby, and
He's their
It's
abomination.
the future liberals want.
Bronzeblade
Magical
has
dropple babies.
suggested
Yeah.
that Alabaster is incomplete, which
It's rude.
ties in with their theory that they need to complete the puzzle box to give him his full power. And an opportunity has presented itself, and our friends have been asked if they will help fight a war against the demons of fire who are currently invading this realm. A tentative agreement has been made, and a plan is about to be laid out by Bridget, the general of the demonic armies that protect this place.
It's so hot.
So,
I like that she has such a normal name.
yeah.
Bridget, no.
Bridget, the commander of this massive demon army.
The commander of the Hell Forces.
Put that shit on LinkedIn. Love it.
You are all still standing around inside this temple, which has been hidden and protected so that the Alabaster throne cannot be accessed easily. Bronzeblade has stepped back away from Alabaster, and Bridget is standing before you. I have an idea, and it's based on information that Lou has given me. We think that Fire is going to have to move her camp. She is going to be vulnerable, and it gives us an opportunity to get rid of her. That will force her forces into disarray, which means we can give you more time to finish what you are doing, to complete this spell, which Bronzeblade mentioned, and to get these final pieces so that Alabaster can do what he needs to protect the Alabaster throne.
Okay.
I mean,
can
that's
do
a
that.
that's a great idea. Just quick question. Just 1 second. I'm just going to turn to Aisling and Eugene, and just go.
What?
Just check. Do we actually know where the other pieces are?
No.
So, exactly how much time could they possibly give us if we don't even know where they are?
I don't know. I mean, more's better than none, right?
I cannot argue.
Well, I mean,
with
if we're dead, it's probably not better, but...
that. Okay, let's just work on the basis that we're assuming we're all living still at this point. Okay?
We are going to have to, like, go and attack some proper
Well,
army people.
Honestly, let's just jump off one bridge at a time. Sorry about that. I just wanted to check if we knew what we were doing, and it turns out we really don't.
Shocker.
I hate to sound strategic, but what has been Fire's, if that is her real name,
It's her drag name.
it's a,
It's an excellent drag name.
It
just
is,
like
just-
Niky, it's a single name. I
it
like
is just
it.
a thing.
Madonna,
And-
Niky, Fire.
Exactly. Beyonce. Anyway, no, but why have you not been able to get to her till now? Is it just because of her forces surrounding her, or has there been some kind of strategic advantage they have, or just so we know why this is going to present such a wonderful opportunity when so far she seems to have eluded you?
Well,
Yeah, that.
we're going to need somebody who can help us explain this a bit better than I can. Thronesblade, is Rook in here still? Thronesblade looks to the north, looks up past the throne, and she kind of cocks her head. Yes, he is distracted as always. Rook! And you guys watch as an energy kind of comes round the throne, and as it does, it starts to form into like a spectral figure of a about average height half-elf with dark hair, dark eyes, and what looks about 5 days worth of beard growth that he's absent-mindedly not done anything with, wearing dark brown
Okay.
robes.
Sounds good.
How do spectral creatures shave?
The
Uh,
5 o'clock
Spectral
shadow
razor.
monster.
Spectral razors.
Oh! Very good.
Just push it back in.
Ugh.
Kind of wanders up. Oh, hello. Sorry, I was looking at the murals. Kind of. Yeah, it's all a bit much. Hi, I'm Rook. Rook Hearn. Who
Hi.
are all of
Hi.
you?
And you are.
Well,
Just
apparently
gonna
I'm
look
dead, or died a long time ago,
Oh,
so I'm kind of like a memory.
Sorry to hear that.
That clears that up. I mean, you look. I mean, you look great for a dead person. But,
Thank you.
But it does explain the spectral nature of your body. I'm just going to look at Bridget and just be like,
Throne's Blade asked for help from the land, and this is one of the allies it sent her. From what I understand, well, and she kind of looks at Aisling. He's kind of your predecessor.
Hey,
He is a warlock of the Alabaster Throne.
hell yeah!
quick question before we go any further. Rook, just out of interest, how did you die?
Old age in home somewhere.
Sweet.
Nothing to do with
Correct
eggs.
answer.
Hey,
Eggs. I mean, I'm not a
Yes.
great fan of eggs, but
neither am I.
It's a long story. Anyway, do continue. I just wanted to check that small bit of information just in case it was relevant to Aisling's non-future.
I'm sorry, we're being awfully rude. I'm Eugene. This is Rock.
Hi,
and,
Eugene.
and
Hi,
Aisling,
Rock.
and this is Scathe.
Aisling and Scathe.
I'm also Warlock of Alabaster. What's it?
Throne.
Oh, excellent. I used to call it the Angel until I figured out what it really was.
Angel? Why?
Because it appeared
What's
as a
him?
big star for me.
You were a star?
No, I think he's talking about something entirely different.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't sound right.
Rook was a warlock of the throne itself
Oh.
and the power it represents.
Okay.
Gifted
Well, I
at
got
a
this
time
version.
of need by Avis.
Oh, so it was like an actual plan
Ooh,
instead of
that-
my one.
Yes. So I
Oh.
thought Big Star fell to Earth. I thought, oh, big angel kind of talking to me. Turned out, actually, the world itself giving me some powers.
Okay. That's pretty cool though, right?
I mean, she got her powers from a demon in her brain, so you know it's
Yeah.
not that
He used
outrageous.
to live in there.
Kind of, you can see Rook doing the maths.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a bit of a minimalist situation.
I'm
in here
really
anyway,
glad you
so it was rude.
got him out before he got to this size, because that would have been uncomfortable.
Wait, that was a risk.
Wait, was it?
I don't know.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Right, I keep saying that you're always in my brain, but I didn't actually think you were like a little fucking person piloted inside my skull. Was that what the situation was?
I don't think quite works that way.
Okay,
Ashley,
good.
if you're looking for an excuse to get away with things that you did, don't blame Alabaster. Those were your choices.
Yeah, don't blame me. You made your own choices. Totally
I'm
didn't
proud.
have somebody sitting in your back of your head egging you on at all.
No, definitely not peer pressure in me.
Anyway, sorry, Rook. Back to I don't know where we were, but
Explain fire. Oh yes. So yeah, I have some experience with fiends and archfiends and spirits and like. My adventuring party and I fought an AL that was summoned through.
We did too.
Oh no, they're not still around, are they? They're horrible.
No, well,
This one was kind of in a bit of a pocket kind of dimension
Yeah.
thingy. That,
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, we fought an AL in a demi-plane that was brought through, and we thought we couldn't defeat it. It kept coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back, until we realised it had a warlock that was drawing it through,
okay.
or a summoner who was holding it. So I did some research with it later, and I figured out there is a precedent whereby a powerful entity can invade another path or another realm that is not its natural space, but it needs an anchor to do so. You kill that anchor, and poof, they go home.
Okay.
We think the tiefling Hope is the anchor.
Right.
Oh.
So we kill, and Bridget kind of pumps up. So the plan is we separate Hope, kill her, and Fire has to return to their realm.
Which is...
The prison realm of Fire, where the
Nice.
So it won't get rid of her then? But
Yeah.
It
which won't get rid of the forces, but will disarray them to the point that we can get the upper hand here and possibly kill them off and bolster our defenses and buy time.
So, what are we going after first, Fire or Hope?
Hope,
Okay.
right?
But they won't be far away from each other. Scathe, yes.
Can I maybe make a suggestion that we use a code name? I fear the optics on this mission would be poor if people overheard us talking, and seeing as we have many forces, maybe we shouldn't leave a strike force out to go and kill Hope so publicly.
That's why I thought we'd gather you here. I'd mentioned it before we stepped back
Yes.
outside. Everybody in this room is bound to this realm, or people I'm thinking we have a chance of utilizing to do this.
Is outside of their role as an anchor, do we know if the camp and Fire consider Hope as an asset or a liability?
We're not certain, but we know Fire keeps Hope safe.
Right. So they will be well protected and not out on the field like a warrior.
But I have a plan that might work and give you a chance to strike.
Okay, good.
How do you feel about being assassins?
That's very cool. Probably not going to be very good at it, but that's very cool.
I mean, I think that's probably a wiser move than trying to take on an entire legion of...
Yeah, I was a
whatever
bit
they have.
concerned about that when you said that. I was kind of picturing the whole battlefield situation and us being a very, very small group and then there being a very, very large group, and it just didn't pan out very well in my head.
May get us round that little conundrum. Do we have any further information on Hope themselves? Do we know what to expect or what we can try and prepare ourselves to counter? I mean, we need to be fairly prepared for this, because if it doesn't go well, there is a domino effect of consequences I don't even begin to understand.
We are in agreement with that. Hope is a powerful magic user. is often guarded, but Hope is not a high mage or not a declared high mage, and to get around the city the way she did without being spotted by several members of the Scholastis, she can be no more powerful than you all. At the moment she would have used a higher spell, or another wizard would have sensed her ability, even if she is a warlock.
Okay.
You get past a certain point and you get a general sense of the magic users around you and how they affect the energy that flows.
So the plan is to attack them in a caravan while they move the camp. And
3-prong.
you wish us assassins.
Problem
So I
is
assume-
we're not particularly subtle.
I don't need you to be subtle. I need you to be quick.
Okay.
I mean, we all have various abilities that could be useful for being quick.
My plan is thus. Fire and Hope will be expecting us to engage her forces as they move. They will be prepared for that. I am going to spring that trap.
Okay.
Throne's Blade will take to the field, and I'm hoping Alabaster will agree, and the two of them will keep Fire busy.
You cool with that?
Do I get to punch this Fire in the face for making that ugly red scar in my sky?
Does he get to punch? Does he get to punch fire in the face?
I can hear him, he's right there.
He's right.
No, I know, but I'm backing him up.
Yeah. I'm imagining there will be much violence had. I just like this idea that Aisling's like, oh yeah, so.
She's got into the habit of being like, oh, well, he says this.
I'm waiting for Ashley to go, oh no, he says he doesn't want to, and everyone go, we just heard him say yes.
Yeah.
So is this less like a stealth mission, more like an ambush?
Yes.
Okay.
There is no subterfuge involved. It is just hide behind the big rock, push the big rock.
Well, you
Well,
are.
no, if they do that part and
Yes.
hopefully distract Fire, then we would need stealth on our side to get to Hope without
In the
attracting
caravan.
Fire's attention, because I would assume she would immediately run to Hope's defense.
How are we going to do that then? Are we going to be undercover?
You're going to have a Lou with you,
Okay.
who knows these lands quite well now. He's our
So
main
he'll
scout.
know which bush to hide behind.
Well, also we do have, I mean, depending on what we can get away with without being detected, but we do, between us, have magics that allow us to disguise or change or even move distances. So I'm sure collectively we could probably come up with a plan that would allow us to get close to Hope very quickly. And I would assume as a warlock that, as powerful as they may be, getting close to them and physically, perhaps using a powerful blade, would be quite deadly.
You carry magics with you from the realm of the dragon. Rock. They are not expecting that power.
Good. Great. Can I just take us back just a tiny bit? You mentioned about hope and them being the anchor for fire. You also used the word anchor when you were talking about Aisling. Just checking that they're not going to be trying the same kind of thing with Aisling in any way, are they? Is this something we need to be worried about?
I mean, you should protect each other anyway, particularly,
Obviously.
but no. Alabaster is of this land.
Right, that's what I was assuming. So they wouldn't be able to eliminate Alabaster from the playing field by hurting Aisling or anything, would they?
I mean, I'm going to be really pissed off if they hurt my Aisling.
Uh-huh.
My concern is really not your mood swings, Alabaster. It's more Aisling herself. I don't mean to be rude, but
It is a good point. We have intel now that they are looking for the puzzle box that Aisling holds,
Yeah.
and they are making a very big, very visible move. Is there any chance they will be more prepared for an ambush than we are for?
They don't know that Ashling's here.
They assume that Aisling is going to show up at some point, but you haven't shown up in 2 years. Why would today be the day?
And I ate everyone that saw us earlier, so.
At everyone that saw us is the name of the dinosaur.
everyone that saw us.
Yes! I love it.
We've
Well,
got
if
character
they're-
art for them.
So they're looking for. Is it still a good idea for me to have the puzzle box on me?
It's as
You reckon?
safe as anywhere else, and I don't really think that anyone else should be carrying it at the moment.
Okay. Just thought I'd check, just in case there was some magical, super
mean,
ultra safe place.
It's
I mean, if there was somewhere that was absolutely unreachable and most definitely would be safe, then that would be one thing. But
hypothetically, we've heard Eugene talking about banishing people. So what if they banish
the
Aisling
box.
and you don't have the box
Oh.
here?
Oh, yes, good point.
Then we wouldn't have Aisling here.
That is true, but at least the scattered lands would still have a hope.
That is
The
the
good hope,
if
not the
if
bad.
we are dying.
Oh, that's the
if it is all
fail-safe.
wrong.
I see. Yeah.
It is the ripcord. Why did I choose that word?
the what? Sorry, Scathe?
The
I just got to pass him a little skin of water. There we go. It's all right. I know it's a bit dry down here, don't worry.
Is it so dusty? So when is the caravan moving? When is the strike?
We think that they were striking their pickets when our spies returned a number of hours ago. Time is still weird here, but we think we have enough time to rest and prepare.
Do you have any
Okay.
intel on the route they will be taking?
Yes. Logically, they have been sequestered in a defensible position. They only have one direction they can go. The problem is that they are, where we forced them, they are far from the tear. So they need to get back to that for any reinforcements. And that's been deliberate on my part.
Could I ask a question, sort of unrelated, I suppose? But do we know what happened to Baradon?
No one has seen him.
Why does
But
that make me
he's
more
not-
worried?
Definitely dead.
We thought you were all dead for the longest time.
Brock and I, we did encounter some evidence that someone else was here, a camp with a fire that seemed like it had been fairly recently used.
Interesting.
I assumed it was one of you because
I
it was
will
shortly after we arrived, and
I will check. Could be one of our agents. Where was this? Or what landmark were you near when it happened?
It was near where we came through, right?
it was.
Was what kind of landmarks? There
If-
were ruins.
If you could
right?
describe some of the elements of the ruins, if you just give a history check for yourself.
If I was there, you can guarantee I would have drawn some.
I know. I was going to say Aisling took. Oh,
A history check, did you
Yeah.
say?
can I do one
that
too?
Is a 19.
19?
oh, it was pretty.
19 is sufficient. Oh, I know the area. It is somewhere that scouts would use. I will check with our returning scouts to make sure that it was one of them.
I feel like it's something we probably should check just to be safe.
Absolutely. Better
Or
safe
maybe
than
it
sorry.
is. Maybe it is Baradon. Maybe he came through later, like we did.
Well,
If no one's seen him.
if he was in any way involved, he would be heading to try and liaise with them, would he not?
Presuming he wasn't working with them from the start.
Well, yeah, like
Yes, Scathe.
Oh, this is the Nicky to Chris question. How much do I know about our poor sorcerer sacrifice?
Adara.
And
Uh,
Barrington.
Adara, she is not from New Doan. She was
From around here.
She was from one of the villages that New Doan protects. So she's been learning her magic out in the wilds.
Look how that goes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Shows.
Um,
And then you've got a license to practice magic.
yeah, so yeah, she heard of her. She'd never attended the Scholastis. She was a hedge mage. She's become something more powerful, and that's why they were pushing towards making sure that she had met the requirements for high magic.
Cool.
Yeah. If you're in agreement, I have some details I need to check. We will leave in about 7 hours. Give you time to rest, relax,
Yeah.
collect your thoughts. Rook, would you mind keeping tabs on time? Absolutely no problem whatsoever. I will be here initially, but I'll come and wake you up when you need it.
Thanks, Rook. And
Thank
sorry you're dead and everything.
Oh, I had a lovely life. It was brilliant.
Okay.
Just 1 second, though. You're. And he
What?
kind of points at Eugene and Scathe. You're both from New Doan as well. I mean, I know Bridget is, and
Yes.
well, no. Yes.
What was that, Scathe? Was that a yes?
It's also yes.
Is it still the most beautiful place on the planet?
I'm not sure how to answer that because I've not been everywhere else on the planet, but
Oh,
it's ranking pretty high in my estimations.
If there is a majesty out there that surpasses it, then my imagination has failed me, for I could not conjure such a thing.
I mean, it's a little racist, but
Yeah,
otherwise it's beautiful.
Oh, I mean, it's always been a little, but that's what happens when you're a bunch of people who have spent your whole entire existence fighting for a space.
It is a home to historical refugees. They are guarded people. I think many of us could understand that only so much prejudice before you need to build both physical and emotional walls high.
I can't believe they made it fly. That's so cool.
I mean, that part is quite impressive, I have to say. Also, it travels through the waves. Did you know that? We didn't know that. Now we do. It's quite...
Yeah, apparently my friend may have had something to do with that.
Hey?
Well, I'd say friend, more like young student. Yeah, Lefil Zillman.
Okay, well, while we're resting, maybe you can tell us that story.
I mean, I only taught him basics, and then he went off to the Scholastis.
Please say the name of the student.
Oh, Lathil Zillman.
I beg pardon?
Lathil Zillman.
Have you met Eugene Zillman?
You're a Zilman?
Oh,
Apparently.
Well, I don't drink, but we're having a drink. And you're going to tell me you're going to tell what they did with my library after they inherited it.
Oh, it's a mess.
Wait, that's
You should
your
see it.
library?
Oh, things have fallen down. They haven't looked after it. It's
I'm
terrible.
gonna hit rock.
Wait, the Great Library was Rook's Book Nook?
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, I inherited it from Feather Regis.
Okay, yeah, we're having a drink and you're telling me everything you know about both of those people.
some shout-outs.
So the portal opens and you are ushered out. Throne's Blade says goodbye, and Bridget leads you back to her tent. Alabaster stays with Throne's Blade. He just literally kind of goes, "There's so many things I need to ask, and I don't think I'm going to get a chance like this for a while. Do you mind if I do that?"
You asking me?
Of course.
You do what you want.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still your
Fine.
I'm still your patron. I
Yeah,
wander
yeah.
off without you.
But you go do. This is your zone. You can do whatever you like. Just behave.
I can't promise that.
Don't. Well, fun. You can do fun. Misbehaving.
Of
but
course,
don't
yes.
start shit.
Also,
with her,
she kind of
right?
terrifies me a little bit, so I'm not going to.
Very deeply intimidating. So yeah, I don't want her to chop you up or nothing. So you gonna behave yourselves?
Yeah, I'm not going to do
All
anything
right.
stupid, particularly since we have such an important meeting, a mission tomorrow.
Yeah. We got shit to do, and
Yeah.
and yeah. So don't disappear or die or nothing.
See you in your morning.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. You're led back to Bridget's tent. The guard lions have been replaced by a pair of demons in very heavy armor, with bright yellow eyes, kind of just pitch in the middle. They both bow deeply to Bridget as she passes. Please make yourselves comfortable. Help yourself to any food or wine that you have. We try and keep the best stuff here for the few mortals that are in the army. It's not the best tasting stuff, but it is what it is.
I'm
Okay.
sure it's fine.
Thank you.
I have a few things to check, including finding out what happened to Lou, because she actually kind of stops and she thinks, Scathe, can I borrow you for a second?
Yes, of course. I only need to take a brief wizard sojourn before we head out, so
She takes you outside for a second.
Also, sorry if you can hear weird noises. Belbra is sleep woofing next to me.
It's
so-
fine. Keep an eye on Lou. He's putting a very brave face on it, but I know his time here has been tough.
yes, not everybody can fall so comfortably into the rank and file. I can only imagine that it's been difficult.
The real reason he didn't join us is not because he's frightened of Throne's Blade. He actually is enamored of Throne's Blade and her ability. It's that Herringon spirit has a personal history with it, something to do with why he fled to New Doan in the first place.
Right. The rabbit is
Was
Okay,
not a
that
good
is-
person.
no, I do not know them, but judging by the looks on the others' faces when he was chained and wandering the halls, it was does not strike me as a kind hair.
No, I want to get to the bottom of it, but I think that will take time. I just know that he avoids whenever that thing is around.
That is okay. At least it is not too difficult. Thank you for telling me. It is useful to have such information.
Yeah, I know he won't, so just having someone else in his corner, I'd appreciate. And you know how
Yes.
difficult he can be.
Oh yes, between the japes and the joking, it is there's very little time for earnestness.
Exactly. Still, he is the best set of eyes we have. Well, we have now. It's
That
just
is why I picked him to kill me.
Too soon, Richard. Too soon.
And you, of course.
Yeah. Well,
It is, you've done something very impressive here. Not that you need fanciful words and your spirit bolstered, but these people today are lucky to have you, and the elves and the people of Mutuan were very lucky to have you all the time they did.
thank you. If I can just buy our world a few more years, then I've done my job. And your friends in there, from what I understand from Thronesblade, are going to do the rest. Not the group I would have chosen, but then, as the stories always say, they're always the least expected people.
If I've learned anything from people taking pledges, people dedicating themselves, it is not on some grand council to pick people for a task. It is those that answer the call themselves. And maybe because they are a little unfamiliar to hallowed halls, for some of them, they answered the call. So
Is that a polite way of calling us chavs? Unfamiliar to hallowed halls.
No, I think he just called me an outsider again.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, if you know anything about Rook's story, you know that he was a nobody who became one of the most influential half-elves in No Duan. So, from humble
And then-
beginnings, legends are born.
Indeed. Indeed.
Go rest. I have work to do, and I will make sure that you are ready.
Okay.
She smiles and just reaches out and just kind of squeezes your shoulder in a very camaraderie way, and then steps away.
Crushes it. She's so
Guys, I cannot wield my sword anymore. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the other wizards are doing, but I thought it might be good to take a wizard. Well, it's not even a wizard, but it's take a short rest early, and then spend more time preparing after the not short rest at all. That's the long rest, but
Yeah.
it's a wizard's long rest.
A wizard's
So it's
long
only
rest,
4
yeah.
hours.
I don't think any of you need to sleep per se, even though like it's been quite an exerting day. But yeah, I think you just need time to sit and prepare and relearn spells and the like. So you can all take a long rest.
Heyo.
During the long rest, you are visited by a spirit that
Standard.
kind of steps through actually walks through the side of the wall and then goes, oh no, hang on, and disappears back out and then comes in through the entrance. Last time I did that, the demons tried to catch me. It was not pretty. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So you said you wanted to we would have a chat, and I really wanted to get to know you all a little better. I've been
Eugene's
dead a long
been like
time.
vibrating with joy at the idea of having a chat with you. So
I think he went on a
Yes.
date with Feather.
Does Feather's husband know that?
It
I don't
wasn't-
know. I was too busy being traumatized,
Jade.
as was Ashley.
yeah, I was busy watching people get torn to pieces, but it's all good.
Well, first off, and he kind of plonks down and then kind of hovers slightly. Where did you meet Feather? He's been dead a very long time.
In the ways somewhere. I couldn't tell you exactly where,
Oh, that would make sense.
but I mean, I don't know if he's still alive now, but he was alive then. He said he'd already met me once. It was very confusing.
Yeah, so time in the ways is wrong.
Yeah.
It's more of a suggested concept to the ways than an actual system of. It's what happens when magic is so raw. It doesn't have any sort of form or focus, and it doesn't understand. It's one of the reasons they kind of like, if you draw magic from the ways, you need to be very careful.
Tell that to Philemus Rond.
Who?
Oh,
Never mind.
Should I keep a? I know that name.
Probably well after your time, but
Yeah.
that's not very smart. Let's just say.
No, fair. I mean, for
it's
every
a dragon.
for every feather there is a Philemus Rond. So. And
Yeah,
you,
he
Scathe.
told me.
Sorry, go
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Yeah, no.
He told me he was keeper of the ways.
Oh, that would explain it. Yeah. So you met him.
Yeah, that clears everything up.
No, from my perspective, you met him after I did. After I spent some time with him. He
In the
was
ways or before he.
in the material plane.
Right.
About 2,000 years ago, by your count, I think, maybe a little bit longer. I was lucky. My gifts from Erevis kept me alive much longer than a half-elf should live. Much longer than most elves live, to be fair. But yeah, eventually even I succumbed to nature. Can't avoid it forever. Yes, but apparently, yeah, here I am. Yeah, happens. But yes, Feather was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. One of the most capable wizards I ever met, and descended from Corda, if that means anything anymore. I don't know if it does.
Does it?
First City. You might have seen it if you travelled the ways. You might have seen it. Big golden place.
Oh yes, I did see it actually.
Yeah.
Or one of us did.
Humans are, well, I don't know if they are anymore, but they used to be very proud of that place where their culture began. They were here before elves, you know.
Well, here as in Erevis or
Yeah.
Okay.
So from my studies, it was giant kin first, then humans, and dwarves, and then the goblinoids came from the Fae, or rather left the Feywild, were chucked out, I think, if depending on which mythology you follow. And then elves, we came as refugees much later.
So do you know what happened to Corda?
Yes. They were betrayed by their own, and agents of darkness destroyed the city in a night of blood and fire. If you find yourself there, you are looking at an echo and a memory, and you must be very, very careful how you interact with it, because it can be quite dangerous.
So how did an echo come to exist in the ways?
Because the city was originally built in the ways.
What? How'd
Seems
you do
like
that?
a bad idea.
Well, at the time, things were a bit more pure. There were less people drawing on magic.
Be a nightmare to map.
And it was a way for them to be everywhere they needed to be as well.
Why did they need to be everywhere?
Well, if you're building an empire, you've got to be everywhere. If you're trying to raise up civilization, which is, they claim they were the first, although there are scholars who argue against that, you need to get around. Yeah, but by my time, most cordons there weren't a lot of them left, and they were an oddity, or you know how some people kind of hunt tigers for various bits to
Is
consume.
that like where this is going?
Yeah, that's what people used to do to some cordons. It was horrible. I had a friend, lovely woman. She had lost an eye to a hunter trying to do that. Anyway, this is by the by. This is just, but
Ew.
yeah.
And so you're connected to the Zilmans how again?
I trained Lathil when he first came into power. I was a very, very old man at that point.
He's your fault, is he?
Well, I taught him the basics and then helped him with his application to the Scholastis.
What was he like?
Curious. Brilliant. Curious. Much smarter than me. My magic's very pure and drawn from that, but he is very sort of drawn from the world itself. It's a gift, actually, to be fair. But I've never seen someone with such arcane aptitude. Well, actually, no, I have. That's not true.
Oh, well, you haven't seen what Eugene can do yet.
I haven't seen what either of you can do yet.
Eugene's amazing.
He is pretty impressive.
I don't know what your skill sets are.
Me? I'm a summoner.
Very cool. Very interesting. Comes with certain risks, but can also be incredibly rewarding. And do you, Scathe?
I have Blade Singer. I followed in
An honourable
Some tradition.
and ancient profession, one that we brought to this world, and we're very proud of. And I've known some brilliant and brave blade singers. Just make sure that you're where you need to be and not where other things are going on. That's the only advice I can give you.
yes.
Tend to be very brave at the front of the fight when sometimes they shouldn't be. And you're a warlock, indirectly connected to this realm as well.
Yeah, the big fella that was with us earlier. That's our patron, isn't it?
That is really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of like my descendant in a lot of respects.
Yeah. And I've got a little nugget of my own magic now as well, like a little nugget of it.
Ooh.
Like a little piece of cheese.
Just like a little amuse bouche.
What kind of magic?
I don't know. It's white. Should I know?
I think you know that you're a
She
sorcerer
definitely-
and a wild sorcerer.
Yeah. But she'll like, she'll look at Eugene because she's expecting Eugene to know. Should I know what it is? I had a beard
Wild's
once.
Magic. Wild's
That's
magic.
the one.
You're a wild magician.
Mhm.
Very
Did you
fair.
tell?
And you apparently have something to do with the Dragon of the Eastern Climes rock.
Apparently so.
Interesting. Are you a cleric or a paladin or?
Well, I dabble in paladin. I'm just a storyteller, really. But I do. I have taken up the mantle of fighting with a sword lately, and being a little more focused on the combat side of my abilities. But yes.
That is a very worthy and honourable thing to do. and paladins.
He
are some
also died.
Oh yes, I died,
You guys have that in common.
but I came back. It's all right.
That's all right. I did that too.
Did you
Ah,
came
for
back as
real?
well? Were you in a coffee shop for a lot of the time?
No, I was in a glade.
Oh, that sounds much
Also,
prettier, but
Brother
anyway.
Moon, bloody cryptic fellow.
I'm kind of used to cryptic now. It seems to be part of the course most days, to be honest. But yes, I mean, it wasn't what I expected, but I came back. So, well, I say I came back. Aisling and Eugene went to a great effort to bring me back. I should rather clarify that.
Well, with help from the Eastern Dragon.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, so now
And
everything's
like a
dropping
bunch
into
of
place
other
for me.
people. What? Why?
Oh, well, I mean, that's why I could. That's why Friend's Blade could smell the Eastern Dragon on rock.
He has showered.
But, yeah, but his magic was used to bring rock back, and he is a paladin.
Oh. Yes.
A paladin of the Eastern Dragon,
I am.
a sworn enemy of the Wyrm that Devours.
Great.
I
Yeah.
believe less and less these days. I mean, once you're dead, you kind of do completely give up on the whole like circumstances being completely serendipitous.
I know, right? I had the same thing.
I cannot help but feel that fate has brought you here for a reason.
So a lot of people have been saying that.
Might be true then. Or just lots of people trying to explain away weird circumstances. It's fate!
Yeah, that too.
I suppose we'll just have to see what choices we make and how that turns out.
I got a really bit personal question, actually. But
What?
you overuse your magic. Do you get nosebleeds?
No.
I'm gonna go with a no. Maybe that was just me.
Why? Well, what should I
just
be?
get the most terrible nosebleeds when they used to overuse my magic.
Oh.
It
That's
stopped
not-
after a while, but for the longest time, my friend used to put good berries up my nose to try and stop it.
Should I do some preventative measures?
No.
No,
actually,
no, I
let's
mean, I'm
start
dead
sticking things
now,
up your
so-
nose.
Yeah, but
No.
did you? Okay.
When you say it stopped eventually, do you mean because you died?
Yeah. Did you die? did you die from nosebleeds?
No.
You
I stopped
sure?
eventually as I got more powerful and more comfortable with my magic.
It stopped hurting eventually. Oh, what happened? Well, I died.
It took me 1,500 years, but eventually they stopped.
I ran out of
Rook.
blood.
You know, Rook, his nosebleeds have stopped. Oh, that's so great. He died.
He's got no blood left. I had
What's the
nosebleeds.
secret?
Don't have to worry about those nosebleeds anymore.
Maybe
Oh,
he's
no.
lost it. Maybe he died.
Doctors hate this one weird trick to stop nosebleeds.
Just bleed your blood humor out of your body.
So, the original Eternal Library, you were going to ask me about that, is based on books and concepts and tomes that the Cordons gathered from the beginning of dawn of history. Feather passed it to me before he entered the ways, and I secured it in New Doan because it was the
So it's
safest place.
Feather's library, not yours.
It's the Eternal Library.
I'm sorry, I just want to check. Did you say Feather was from Corda?
Yes.
So the Eternal Library in the elven city of New Doan was in fact started by a human.
Yes.
Oh.
But not
How
any.
fascinating.
I mean, saying Cordon is a human is very much like saying a satyr is a goat.
I say that all the time.
That is true. But Cordon is not an elf, correct?
No, I mean,
Right, okay.
They
No, that's fine. That's all I need
lived
to know.
longer, most of them, for a start.
Great.
Um,
Gosh. Can't wait to share what we've learned here.
The tea is scorching.
I
It is-
imagine that the Keeper Eternal, whoever they are, probably knows that.
I wonder how many of the the rest of the council knows that.
Rock's gonna fuck 'em
Yes,
up.
I'm sure it would be a great heartache to them to learn that the Empire holds no artifacts from outside its own walls and is completely unique to the elves.
Oh dear boy, I have no delusions of the Empire.
Pretty much everything in the Empire is stolen.
Including
Yeah, but what
most
about
of
in the
me.
game? Where Rock's from, not where we're from.
Ah,
Yeah.
That too.
damn
But
it.
yes, I mean that's so. How did you come to be allied with this rather strange group?
Oh, I was dead.
Yeah.
Have been for quite some time.
In a glade, yes.
Throne's Blade asked for help. The angel woke me up and sent me to her. I appeared in next to the throne, and I'm kind of stuck in the immediate area. I can kind of travel a little bit, but not too far.
And can you
Okay.
access your magic?
No, I'm just a ghost.
Oh.
Right.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm alright about it, because
Okay.
it kind of gestures roughly where the big tear in the sky. Because if I can help a little
Did you
bit,
get to like do something afterwards?
oh, I'm probably just going to go back to being dead.
Forgive me for asking this. It seems terribly rude, but if you can't leave the immediate area and you don't have a physical form or any magical powers, I'm just, and I really don't mean this personally, but I was just wondering what help it is that you are bringing to the table.
God, Eugene, did you really just ask what use are you?
Well, there could be many other uses, information.
To the person who
Um,
founded the library that your entire family is built from. And your
Well,
phrase
it's our
was,
library
what
I
now.
didn't
use
found
are
it.
you?"
I inherited it. It's fine.
Yeah,
I gave it to
it's
the moon
Feather's
house to make
library,
most
we just-
sense.
Oh my god.
I mean, he has a
I
point,
honestly
though.
don't mean to be rude, but I just am interested, I suppose, more than.
I think what Eugene was trying to say is, so how are you going to help us?
I have
Yeah,
been
it's a good point though, isn't it?
helping Throne's Blade recover some of her memories
Okay.
and remember who she was before.
How you doing that?
Mostly because I have a link to the Alabaster Throne and I can draw out some of the past events.
Do you know what happened to the Horned King?
Yeah,
Good question.
he
I-
became the Chained King.
Well, okay, yeah, but then what happened to him
He
after
left
that?
to protect the world. And then
Right, and where exactly?
to the material plane to help the 5 Magi finish the
Yeah,
Sky
yeah,
Temple.
know that part. Then what happened?
We
Do
don't
you have
know.
any kind of specific insight that it
Oh, you
remains
mean,
outside of
did
the
I see him
folklore?
die? No, I was dead at the time. And that's where things went to rack and ruin.
When you died or when he died?
No, I was already dead. I'd been dead for hundreds of years at that point.
But you don't have any kind of particular knowledge about sort of what happened after the ascension, etc.
I know that this place started to fall apart, that the magic surrounding it and protecting it became weaker, that its agents and its spirits lost focus. And this is not how this place looked when I was a warlock.
And so that would be because the Chained King was no more?
It's because there is no god in that seat.
What did it look like before?
Beautiful.
Like what? Like what?
Not here.
Beautiful.
I assume it had a different name.
Terrible at the same time. It was just...
No, the dust was just pink and sparkly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I always called it the realm of the world's eye. And Feather, when I talked to him about it, suggested that was probably the best title we could have for it. You could see anywhere in Erevis at any time. You could see it at its most beautiful and its most terrible. You could feel the life and love of everybody on this world, that beautiful world, and the world's love for each and every single one of them.
So it's not always been all dusty.
But without a conduit, a king or a queen, a ruler or a sage on that throne, Erevis cannot draw the magic it gave away to the ways.
So, hypothetically speaking, what if somebody did claim the throne? What kind of power would they have?
They would have the power to shape and control the world at its very core.
So the 13th seat is essentially a central hub of all of the worlds?
From this path, this way, all the other ways and realms draw their power.
Quite important.
All
I
of
mean,
them,
it's
all the way
becoming-
up to the other worlds in the multiverse.
Shit.
So, I mean, that kind of makes it fairly clear as to why the worm that devours is after it.
Okay.
Yeah. And why we need to make sure we kill his little pawn. Well, I'm afraid I'm not really very good. I was never very good at the stabbing in life, to be fair. I'm certainly not good at it now.
Oh yes, going back to
Don't
Eugene.
really have the arms for it, you know. He kind of pulls up. He's actually got very skinny.
Oh, see through.
He's kind of skinny toned. You know?
I mean, well, muscle doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't really help when you're necessarily casting magic. But so going back to Eugene's exceedingly tactful question. So how are you going to help us in this battle?
Well, I'm not. I'm helping Throne's Blade. You are...
They kind of implied you were going to help us, like as in.
I think the extent of Rook's immediate help was to sort of be near us and wake us up.
Yeah, I was going to
The
wake you up.
time came.
Or make sure
Oh,
you were
right,
ready
right.
when
Right.
they're ready to go. I'm sorry, I am not going to be able to help you in this fight. I mean, I'm not even going to be able
Fine.
to get close. Otherwise, I mean, I would certainly kind of go, hey, look, they're there. Ooh.
No, I mean, if you can help, Throne's Blade, then I think that's great because God knows we could do with some powerful allies on our side. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you bump into me in the ways in my past life, I can help you. Any point in
Oh,
time.
I'll probably be the one running and screaming along with Aisling, but feel free to stop and have tea with Eugene.
We never have a very good time when we're there, so.
I never used to have a good time in the ways either.
Oh, did you see people get their arms ripped off too?
A couple of times, yes.
Oh, what the hell? What is that
Yeah.
about?
I don't know, but I don't feel so bad now, at least.
Some important
welcome.
events do repeat. That's what I know.
Okay.
It's like a magical echo, no?
Yes.
Does it have to be that gross though?
So whoever that person is, I saw. Hang on. I saw cordons getting cut down. That was horrific. Trying to escape. I actually saw Feather and Zaf being rescued as children. That was somewhat heartening.
Okay.
Zaf is Feather's older brother.
Yep.
And I did see a white-haired, being touched woman, and her friends being cut down. And apparently, that feels like it's important, but it hasn't happened yet.
Just real quick, Aisling did see the
The
young
third.
kids getting rescued, didn't
She saw kids getting rescued.
Yeah.
And she saw the white-haired tiefling escaping.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. I did. I saw them last two as well.
Then they're very important.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Anything else I can answer questions on?
Is there
I
anything?
did have just one more question about the Chained King. Sorry to keep
Go
going
on,
on about it,
yes.
but in your opinion, do you think there's any way he still lives somewhere?
I mean, maybe he's enjoying his retirement somewhere, but God help him if
Well,
Thrones Blade gets hold of him. If that's
I
the
was
case.
I was not imagining that it was an elective holiday, if that makes sense.
You think
Rather-
he's imprisoned somewhere?
Or trapped somewhere?
Or trapped somewhere, or doesn't have enough power to return from where he is?
I don't know. Simply putting, I think Thrones Blade is working on the assumption he's dead. I think that's because if she turns her attention to anything other than that fact, she's worried she will not have the strength of will to protect this realm.
They were working on the assumption that we were dead for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
if
a
you
good
do
point.
find something in your travels, all of you, I mean, you can't send to me, I'm not technically here, but you should once this is all done, you should try and find them. If you find anything, then follow up on that lead, because if he were here, things would be very different.
Yeah.
Just on that note, if this realm is falling apart without the guidance of someone on that throne, why has there been no one? Why has no one claimed the throne, or why has there not been even a search for someone to claim the throne for so long? I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's
know
been a
we
while.
know we don't want the worm that devours on the throne, but I was not aware that this was something that was even desirable, and if it is, why is it not? Why is it still empty?
I don't know what's happened in the material world, or whether the Church of the 13th Seat still exists. But they used
Do I
to be
know
the
whether it
Guardians. You heard rumors and ideas, but there is no actual church.
Right. Okay.
In fact,
There are people that follow the Horned King, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
we met.
Like my babe at the orphanage.
but they're more like a scattered cult of people than they are an actual organization.
And you need the key.
Well,
right?
I
It's
mean,
not as simple as someone just sitting on the seat.
yeah, I mean, if all the power is tied up in this spell that you're trying to sort out, that's probably going to need to be unlocked and redistributed. On that, I can say this. I know enough about my student to know that each of these temples, as you know them, will have a guardian, and you will be tested in some way or another. Now, who have you met so far? You said that you had progressed.
We met
We
the Allcaster.
yeah.
There's a genuine loving smile on Rook's face, like this whole recognition that a friend is still around.
Oh,
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I don't think Allcaster would have tested you directly, I'm guessing.
I don't think so.
Too kind, too gentle, very powerful.
Yeah,
though.
they were very nice and gigantic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was a little alarming. That was also where we met the Vine Lord who killed me.
Yeah, it's also where Rock died.
Oh,
But we did the spell.
Got
That's kind of what happened. we managed to get the spell done.
We
so
did the spell and Rock kind of died at the end of it.
I don't know what guardians they would have selected or asked to protect these powers, but each of them will have their own defender. Be prepared to be challenged.
Okay.
Let's just jump off that bridge later. Let's focus on here and now and tomorrow for lack of a better term. One last question is, with what you have learned about everything going on here, is there anything that we could do to better prepare for tomorrow? Any weaknesses we should know of? Any types of magic that would not be useful? Could you perhaps share any insights on that? I mean, you seem like the kind of person who would obviously want to help us rather than put us in any harm, so I'm sure you'd want to help.
Fire is a fallen angel rather than a direct demon. It's entirely likely they are immune to radiant energy. And you must have already figured out that most of the agents from this realm are fireproof to some degree or another. The Abishai.
That takes out 99% of my magic.
The Abishai.
Oh yeah.
The Abishai, the dragon demons.
Mm.
Their colours are important. They relate to what type of dragon they draw their powers from. And he kind of looks at Rock, and I think your people are well versed in that sort of biology.
Yes, that I am familiar with.
So be aware. You will know the elemental colours probably better than even I can suggest them. Other than that, hit them hard, fast, and just hope, well, in the good hope, that is, not the bad hope, that the rest of your companions can...
using a code name. It's just...
Oh, yes, we should have... Let's... Oh, God.
Too late now.
Sure. Let's choose a code name.
Pray
One for
that
hope
your
and
allies...
one for fire.
Pray that your allies...
What about shithead and spicy shithead?
I like you. If you are an inheritor of the power that I wielded, then you are it's in good hands.
You must be...
The first person to ever say that. I like
You must be so proud. But no, feel free to join in on this conversation, which will go on for quite some time.
No, it won't. It's done. Shithead and spicy shithead. Shithead for hope, spicy shithead for fire, because fire's spicy.
I think we knew.
Okay.
It's...
I just thought I'd clarify just in case.
No, it's...
No one's really, like, I don't think you guys might. Do you not like the name?
I don't think maybe fire needs a code name. I think, but considering what they did to Adaria, I think shithead works.
Okay, good. Right, shithead equals.
The problem is when you phrase it in a sentence like that, the code just saying hope is the shithead is
Great. It's excellent.
Also, feel free to make sure it's written down somewhere where someone else can see it. That always helps.
Should not do that. Okay, screw that.
Oh,
Do
not in
not
that
write
book.
down
Nobody
hope
else
is
can
the
read that
shithead.
book apart from the person who's holding it.
Oh, okay. Shit equals. Okay.
it's the fun book.
Going so well.
Well, I will be back in a few hours. Rest well, prepare, and good luck.
And thank you for your help and your stories.
That's all I've got. That's all I can do. And he just walks out through the tents and he goes, No, wait, no, I'm supposed to be here!
Hey, Eugene, could I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, of course.
Could we go to somewhere a little more secluded? Private? Alone?
Sure. Lead the way.
I just want to find somewhere quiet. We briefly touched on the topic when we were in your family library. I cannot say the word. That is why I call it the book nook. It's much easier for me to say.
I love
Mhm.
Rook's book nook. That's amazing.
Rook's book nook.
I'm to understand you have a mission that you're doing out, obviously outside of the mission that we are doing here. I The elves are not okay. The people, our people, um, they live and they do well, but this is a secret. Um, and will also be frustratingly vague. But as it, the situation as it stands is that the elves that are passing on are not doing it maybe to the extent or in the way that one would think. There is something stopping this, and given how much power this seat holds, it is reason to believe that Eugene, the task that you have is bigger than what has been laid out before you. For not our future, but the past of the elves depends on its success. And for such a proud people, that legacy maybe means a little bit more than what they have out in front of them. It is a big weight. I do not know why it has fallen at your feet. I do believe with some time you can be capable of doing so. But this place, this seat, this this conduit of the ways, this cliff edge on overlooking the ocean of magic itself, the sea is unhealthy. The magic is blocked because there is no lighthouse. There is no lighthouse keeper, and the people, they are lost. This is bigger. And I see now that what is happening here is having a tangible effect on the people. This is not an empty threat that promises to take away the future. It is stunting our past and our legacies. And the darkness that is, it's already there and is already happening.
When you say it's affecting the past, how is that possible?
The more recent past, it is affecting the past in not in a way that it is changing it, in a way that it is being stunted. The past is not being allowed to grow in the way that the past does.
Right. I mean, yeah, you weren't lying when you said frustratingly vague.
I've
But I understand.
there is
I
an
don't-
oath that my name
yeah.
belongs to.
I don't know exactly your position, but I can gather that there are a lot of things you're not allowed to say. So
That is true. I can say this much: I hold no position. I I have no title. I own no land. My family name is lost. I am, for all intents and purposes, in the eyes of Nduan, a hedge mage that is sought more. There is more to the truth in that, of course, but Eugene, you have, I believe the title is there, should you wish. You have name, there is more for you to inherit, should you wish, but this is all of this to say, with this as much context as I can give, which is, again, very little. The empty throne is affecting our world now. Now. Right now. And is affecting our people. For sure, the elves.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it's quite important that we do the thing and quickly.
Yes, yes, of course, but I believe you know this. It is just to say that it's not a future bad, it is a
Now bad.
yes. I also have a less ominous conversation to have with you.
Oh.
I
That would be
was
nice.
wondering if you would hold a copy of my spellbook. Should we cross paths again?
Oh,
Eugene has a boyfriend.
Oh my god, did you just ask him to hold your spellbook? That's so rude.
Oh my god.
Scathe buried one. Like, it's like
we've got like 10 copies. It's fine.
it is a practical request.
Of course, I would be honored to.
That is not honored. It's a small book. If you could look after it, it would be nice. And maybe circumstance arise where that becomes helpful.
Well, I hope that circumstance doesn't arise.
Maybe.
God, you never tell when they're flirting or not.
Oh, I know. Fucking filth. isn't it?
Always or
Fucking
never.
wizard.
Yeah,
There's nothing in between.
It's like quantum flirting. It's a superposition
Yeah.
in between yes and no.
Schrodinger's filth.
Schrodinger's flirt. Schrodinger's filth. I love that. Oh, that's
Yes.
good. Wait,
If you could
one
just-
of my important notes, Schrodinger's filth.
Yes.
Excellent.
If you could keep a copy, there is a chance maybe we run into each other again, and I may be in need, given that we are both people that find ourselves in precarious situations. Why did I fall on situations?
I know,
Just so much effort on the precarious.
Yeah. you did so well on that one that your mouth was tired after that.
I think me picking character voices is a form of self-bullying. Like,
It is.
But it brings the rest of us so much joy.
Yeah, it does.
yeah, I'm very glad.
Would you mind just walking me through your shorthand? It's fascinating.
Oh, it's very easy. It is sort of a cipher drawn from numbers that I've assigned shapes to when you picture them in a four-dimensional plane, and that way you can move through with. It's like reading a book that is a cube all at once.
Oh. I'm sure Eugene understands that. Theo doesn't.
I feel like
Fucking Tesseract bullshit is this.
Honestly, just
actually just give me
use a fucking biro.
do you use if you give me a Arcana check.
Just thought I'd check just in
Yeah,
case
yeah.
I wanted to copy any of these spells.
You can copy my work.
Just
make sure you change it a little bit. Yeah.
We'll give you credit. We'll shout out on social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
24.
24. When you kind of work out the fact that Scathe is talking about these four-dimensional kind of spaces, like, and also movement and flow, and you're kind of like, this is keeping time, balancing direct movement and dance steps at the same time. This is three things that are going on, but as soon as you're like, oh, this all makes perfect sense, like, for how Scathe casts magic. So he's kind of drawn out these beautiful 3D models in his
Are the
book.
shapes all the little icons from Dance Dance Revolution?
They are now.
Scathe's spellbook is just animated GIFs. Like
Yeah.
it's just...
You flick it. It's like a little flip book.
Yeah.
There
you
you
just
go.
flip the pages, yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes a lot more sense to you, whereas yours is all heavy, sort of like solid based, like packs and tones and nuances. Scathe is very much
right? There's loads of small print in summoning.
yeah. Your Scathe is very much about I have to hit this point at this exact time, or the spell doesn't work. So yes. For those of you at home, it's like you put dance steps in with a spell instruction at the same time. So
Hell yeah. Just to make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Drawings of feet in behind the glyphs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah,
spiral
that was-
dances.
Just spinning around like a Beyblade.
Let it rip.
Oh my god.
Not build the fireplace!
Oh dear. Gotta find the gif of that now.
Oh, that poor sky dancer. R.I.P.
God, I love that gif. It's hilarious. Anyway,
Yes.
Done.
It all settles down. I think you spend most of the rest of your evening kind of prepping your spells and also kind of just going over how to read the cipher.
before we have our long rest, proper long rest.
Yep.
I would like to just quickly grab Eugene and Aisling. And I'm just going to say, this is just a really last minute thing, but
Uh-huh.
so if we are concerned that they are trying to also get the box, I have no idea whether this is actually something that's going to be of any use whatsoever, but I thought I may as well try before I rest. Is it worth me basically putting a little bit of a booby trap on the box? So that if they do get hold of it, we could at least have something that would probably let us know that they had tried to get hold of it or have
Can
it
you
in
do
their
that?
hands. Well, I could put a spell or a explosion connected to the box.
But
I
it
can
won't
no,
explode the box.
I can
For
specifically
me.
no. I can specifically specify that. Specifically specify? I'm very excited. I can make sure that it doesn't happen when any of us touch the box or anything like that. I can specify that it is only when a certain type of creature, and I can also make it that a spell is actually trapped in that glyph rather than just an
But
explosion.
It won't damage the box.
I'd
I feel like
check.
it might be bad. The amount of effort
Checking.
that's been put into obtaining the box and people kind of losing their shit over getting hold of the box.
Well, in that case, I could use a spell instead. So something that wasn't an explosion, but something that would hurt them.
Yeah, maybe something stingy.
Well, yes, I could do something that would, for example, cause psychic damage or something like that.
Yeah, scary box. Yeah.
Seems
Okay.
like a good
I mean,
plan.
it is completely just a failsafe, but
Can I quickly check to
And-
see if I have some sort of fucking walkie-talkie bullshit with Alabaster right now? Oh! Okay. Damn it.
Out of range.
Outrange.
Yeah. Got no bars.
And I do think that I don't remember who mentioned it, possibly Bridget. But the banishment idea is probably a good fail-safe also. So
Yeah.
just
Sorry.
in advance, if it comes to it, I will cast banishment on Aisling. So just
Cool.
don't resist.
Stop resisting arrest.
Stop resisting.
Okay.
Even and you have to just go with it, please, even if Like it's.
Where
really-
would you banish me to?
You just go back to the material plane.
You go
But
home.
like whereabouts?
Probably where we left. I
Okay.
Which actually
you
would
don't
be a
know.
bad thing because
even if
Then-
even if like we're in a pretty bad situation and like, for example, hypothetically, me and Rock might die.
But you won't know.
have to promise me that you will just go, because it's really important that
I know.
you live. Okay,
Okay.
Aisling,
Yes.
promise.
Yes.
Say it.
Promise.
say
Look me in the eyes and promise.
Mm. Promise that I'll go, but I'll whinge about it the whole time.
it. You are welcome to.
Well, that's fine because we won't be there.
I don't like this one bit.
So you can whinge all you like.
Ugh.
But that's
Okay,
an
fine.
extremely unlikely hypothetical situation.
Okay.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Well, you made us promise that we would like kill you if you did some mad shit in your gauntlet. So I guess it's only fair for me to promise to fuck off if I need to.
Like I said, I'm sure it won't come to that.
Okay.
Or the killing
No,
me.
I'm sure.
Hey, do you think when we get back, I'm going to have to do my harrowing again?
You
I'm
know what,
sure-
I am
surely
pretty
not.
sure that this will count.
Bloody better do.
You think? But it's not under exam conditions, and how are they supposed to verify what happened?
Well,
How am I supposed to be
Last
tested?
time- well, when we were verifying what happened for your fucking coursework or whatever it was, we just brought a tooth or some shit. That's not under exam.
Well, no,
conditions.
because we had oh god, what's her name? Your friend
Alone.
Falone. Falone was there to watch us
yeah.
write notes and stuff. We don't
Well-
have a note taker here. There's no invigilator. So how are they going to judge me as
Well, let's
worthy?
let's see if we survive. Then we can worry
Right, yeah.
about
Okay,
invigilation.
that's true.
And when we get back,
Might not have to
and
worry about it. Might be dead.
Mm.
when we get back, and it becomes obvious that we have done something remarculous here, and they can tell that it has changed magic, and then that may be a clue to them that perhaps they don't need a tooth to prove it. But let's just get through the next.
Did you want me to get a tooth?
Oh, if we happen to kill Hope, yes, if you could pull a sorry, shithead, you could just pull a tooth out. That'd be great. Super.
Yeah.
There you go, Eugene. We'll have proof. You'll be fine.
Shithead. Okay.
I don't think an elf's tooth has the same kind of sway as a tiefling's tooth.
It might be a bit
But
pointy.
yeah, if you pull
The same
pointy
kind of
ones, it'll be
sway as
fine.
like a giant dragon.
What do you want? You wanted to rip the horn off? I mean, that's a bit...
No, I don't.
That's kind of
want
grim.
I
Alright,
want
I'll
out
pull
of
a
this
tooth.
conversation is what I want.
Eugene,
I'll
I
pull
mean,
a tooth,
really.
but I'm not gonna.
But Eugene, what
Let's
do you
let's go to
suggest?
sleep, everyone. It's big day tomorrow, right?
You finish your long rest, so everybody can have a long rest.
With a fairly fucking standard conversation.
Prepare your spells and the like, and you are awoken by Rook coming in and just gently kind of everyone is about ready. When you are washed, please come through, but don't take too long because I think they want to move quite quickly.
Okay. Can we eat before we go?
Help yourself. I mean, like,
Yeah, have some dust.
I just have to say, everything that Bridget left you guys to eat is fine, but flavors are very bland, and it's that kind of like this is passable, and it will sate my hunger, but it is not good. Everything
yum.
is like that here.
It's the difference between this and gruel is somebody is trying.
Yeah.
Like they are trying. I've shaped the gruel.
I made the gruel with love.
Look, you can tell I put some chives on top.
You step out of the tent and you can see that they have struck most of the pickets. Most of the forces are ready and armed, and some of them are already heading out. To your left, Lou is sitting on a boulder talking to Alabaster. Not a combination that any of you want to happen too often.
I know what you mean. I want to sit and watch their shit.
He has with him a number of light armored various figures. Some of them look like demons, some of them look like lesser fae. All of them look like they're good at keeping quiet and moving. And he kind of gives them some orders, and they just like slowly just disappear one at a time. Some of them with little of magics. He kind of nods to you. Right. Bridget is preparing the troops to march. Alabaster is going to be joining Throne's Blade. Yes, good luck. Do not let any harm come to Aisling, or Eugene, or Rock. Go be victorious.
Sorry, Scathe.
Yeah, it's fine. Scathe's dispensable.
Still not made up his mind whether he likes Scathe or not, so.
Bye, Alabaster. Be careful.
Same.
Don't do. Be careful.
I'll bring you a wing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Why are we all taking tokens from the dead now?
Actually,
We're in hell.
With the
Who
wing.
cares?
He marches off back towards where you know that portal is, and you actually just see him open it with just a flick of his hand.
Before he goes, though, I will sort of take a few steps after him and grab him and just say to him, right, so as I can have a conversation with you, which doesn't involve talking through Aisling's head, as Eugene pointed out last night, if something goes wrong, you and Aisling must take care of the important things first, which is the box, and you and Aisling.
If anything goes wrong, you get Aisling out of here.
Oh, Eugene has already thought of that. And
Kind
if
of-
Aisling disappears, you leave with her.
He kind of
She will
leans
need
down,
you.
and leans down, like, so you, like, conspiratorially. My body's still in her head.
That's a horrifying thought, but thank you for that.
I will be okay if she survives.
Well, I'm hoping that you can help her be okay too.
Not while I'm like this, so I need to concentrate on what I'm doing, so I'm relying on you and Eugene to keep her safe.
This was me having a stern talk with you, not the other way around.
Yes, but I'm bigger than you are now, so... And he picks
my
you
God,
up,
my
turns you
dad-
around, and just
my dad
off you toodle.
likes it.
Oh, don't pick me up again.
My dads are fighting. Oh no.
And he disappears through the portal. Lou gets you to gather your things. He starts marching you off in a different direction. And he pulls out what is a passable, not to Aisling's standard, but a passable drawing of a chasm that looks like it's made of crystals. I'd like you to all concentrate on this. Think about it glowing ever so slightly with like an eerie green light. That is where we're going to ambush. Hopefully.
Yes, we are using shithead.
Yeah, just
Oh, I like that one. God, why didn't I
Yeah.
think of that? That's totally a me thing to think of. I like it. Good. This is where we're going to give Shithead what she deserves.
Yeah.
So, focus on this. Stay close. Don't wander off, or you could end up anywhere. Let's get this done. We will have some time before Bridget can drag them in, so we might as well get comfortable. And if we have any ideas or any sort of spells that we can set up beforehand, it's a good idea to do so.
Okay.
You move through the world of dust and shadows as you have done before, blurring movements. Some feel like you're passing for hours, others mere seconds. And eventually, probably after only about 25-30 minutes, you come across a ravine of crystalline forms alongside a cliff that falls down into nothingness. Yeah, don't fall down there. Not sure you can come back from that.
Everyone got featherfall? Nope. Excellent. Cool. Just me then.
Thea's like, I have.
It was all right. I have wings if I need them.
It's true.
He leads you down into the chasm itself, away from the cliff, and you find that this place is quite broad, and it kind of narrows down in different areas and things like that. Right, so what we need to do is find a good ambush site. General idea is that Bridget's going to try and drive Hope away from fire, and that her little unit will come through here, and we can take care of them.
Could I use any of my mapping or survival-y sort of skills to try and work out a good spot for that?
Yeah, making a survival check, please.
Okie dokie. Well, it's 12.
Sorry, Scathe, you said you were 12? Yeah, not really. It's all familiar.
It is. I could maybe, as Aisling would say, fuck with the ground a little bit. I could shape the earth to either make a specific path that we choose desirable, make the whole thing difficult to climb over. If we have time to set up, I could even make a little trench for us to hide in, so we could be closer than maybe having to be upon a crest.
I like that. I think that's a great plan. If you're okay using that magic, let's get to it. I will hold Scout.
This is a cantrip.
Oh!
So, we are going to have an opportunity to set things up. Each of you going to have a moment to think about things that you want to do before the fight starts. Within about an hour, you hear the sounds of two armies clashing.
I think when I hear that, I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Cool.
Just so it's on. That lasts for an hour.
There is a moment where Lou runs back and jumps into hiding as a huge, and I mean huge, fiery winged woman flies over and is chased by two familiar characters on massive stone wings, alabaster, and with her cloak whipping behind her, Throne's Blade chasing fire.
Yes!
You can hear the clashing. You actually can feel the heat of explosions above you.
That's awesome.
Only a few minutes later, you hear the rapid approaching of several people on foot. This is the only safe path through. We must keep going. Around the corner come 4 draconic creatures, flanking a very familiar looking tiefling. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Oh!
Be about 5 past, my lovelies,
Cool.
for the break. If you have a chance during it, have a think about anything you would like to have done before this lot arrived, and we can take that into consideration. You will also get a surprise round.
Hey! I've already got my armor on, so...
Yep, absolutely fine.
Cool.
Cool. Right, we're going to be back in 10 minutes, my lovelies. Please make sure you are grabbing yourself a drink, stretching, grabbing some fresh air if you're in the UK, if you possibly can.
Not out there, I'm not.
Find the coolest part of your house and stand in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
that
fridge.
one. Yeah.
We will be back in 10 minutes.
Love you, bye.
We are back, and as you can hear from the change of tone, we are about to enter combat. In our
I
last,
didn't put myself on the map.
you didn't put yourself. You got a time because I can't see you yet. In our before the break, our friends are on a mission to assassinate Hope, a fiendish tiefling who is responsible for dragging them into the land of dust and shadows, and also opening the gateway for the forces of the Wyrm that Devours to invade. We are going to go straight into combat, but before we do, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Cocked.
Okay.
Kill.
12.
A 12 from Scathe, from Aisling,
Oh,
10.
Eugene.
19.
Woo!
I don't want to go
Nice.
first. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Oh
Rock.
no.
not prepared.
80.
Theo doesn't go first.
Remember, holding actions are still valid choices.
That's true.
Can I assume that we all slept on the Scathe's bedroll last night?
Well, you can all fit on it. It's whether you let poor Scathe join in on the cuddles
Of
or
course.
not.
He didn't
Aw.
sleep. He had a wizard sojourn, so like, you can't do that in a bed.
He just
Well, people
hovered.
would be happy to
Depends
join
on the
us.
sojourn, Nicky. We don't,
Yeah.
you know.
He just hovered above the bedroll for a bit.
Doesn't puts his hand on it like a cat.
Yeah.
Cool. So up first we have Eugene, then with just at the same time we have Lou, then Rock, and then Scathe, and then last is Aisling.
You gently hinted that there might be a time to do some setup stuff.
I
before
did.
the
Yes, that is my next note.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Go. I wanted to get initiative sorted, so let me jump over to the
Probably
battle
wise.
map so that people at home can see
map.
what is happening. Let's move that out of the way. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Cool. So we get a general idea. I'll zoom in as the guys approach and get closer to everything that's happening. So, each of you have chance and time to prepare something beforehand, and then there's a surprise round. You guys have done got this, I think. Wayne, you talked to me about Rock. What Rock was going to do?
Yeah.
What,
So I would like to set a trap basically in the center of this space.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that before they were within reach of us, but once they were actually in the space, I would like to set a warding glyph explosion.
Nice. What is the trigger? It's them kind of passing the area.
Correct.
Cool. And what do they need to roll to defend themselves?
Let me just check.
And how big is the spell?
Okay,
that's
so
it.
it's a 20-foot radius.
Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it will probably get this guy here, and I think this guy here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, whichever order they came in, that's good. So for this, they need to each one must make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Cool. So the white one does not do very well. 21 and 24 from the two black-scaled Abashi.
Okay, so they both pass. That means they take half damage.
Cool.
So, do the damage. Okay, so the one that failed takes 28 points of damage,
Awesome.
Ooh.
and the others take 14.
Shit.
Amazing.
It's a whole mess of damage.
Yeah, it's a big spell if you can get them in it. So,
And 28, the other one, yeah?
sorry, 28 and 14 for the ones who saved. Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Thank you very much. They set that off. You can immediately, upon it exploding, you hear them screaming, ambush, ambush. Niky, Scathe, what would Scathe like to set up?
Well, I have an offer.
I hear your offer. What do you give? Oh,
What? So I have a bunch of concentration spells.
Yes.
There's probably one that I will use a little bit on because, very quickly we're going to go shock and awe upon arrival. Hence explosion. I'm quite fast.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I could make Rock invisible in the center of the place, like away from the explosion.
yeah.
But I could cast greater invisibility on Rock, so Rock would stay invisible all the while concentration's up, even after attacks.
Oh.
Because I can get there probably a lot easier while I'm blade swinging. So Rock could basically be like, if we time where the explosion is and the kind of information, he could basically be like in line with Hope and the dragons.
Nice.
And the explosion goes off and Rock is right there to Rock can begin their turn. A, invisible, and B, just in the middle of it all.
I love
If
that.
Rock's okay with that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
So I'll mark off the 4th level spell shot. But yeah, it's great invisibility. So it's straight up for a minute or until I stop concentrating on it.
Cool.
You can
Wayne.
attack, you can cast spells, you can do all that good stuff.
Nice. Wayne, would you like to position yourself where you feel like it would be a better location for you?
Sure. So where was the radius of the spell? Sorry, Chris. It was
So
like
so he set it off here.
It was-
So 5. So it came off from here. 5, 10, 15, 20. So you probably want to be either up here or down here, logically far enough
okay.
away from
I
it.
would probably go down here then.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you're out of range. You do see that this guy gets hit here, as does this guy and pings, and this guy. There we go.
Yeah.
Pings are a bit slow.
Okay, cool.
It's one for the pings as well today.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Like a microwave.
Like a microwave. Cool.
Could I have used a bonus action to bardically inspire someone as well on that round?
Yeah, why not? Who would you like to
As we're
inspire?
prepping. So I think first I will do Eugene.
Eugene, awesome. Eugene, you are inspired.
Thank you. Is this a surprise round, or is this before the surprise?
This is setting up things that you can then use for your surprise round. So,
Awesome.
would you like to go next? Or would you like a minute?
I don't really have that much that's going to be useful without being obvious. I will probably just cast Blink on myself.
Awesome. And actually,
Great.
you cast Armor of Agathis, but you have got time to do other things as well.
And I'm on the ethereal plane. Just
Bye.
Surprisingly, you don't
There's
see
no
Alabaster
Alabaster.
this time.
Yeah.
Would I be able to do a hex if when they come into line of sight?
You can hex one of your friends and then move it onto someone, but you might as well just cast it when they.
Okay, all right, never mind then.
When you
I'm
use that for
happy
your
with the
surprise
armor.
round. Cool. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
If you want to move yourselves about at all, you can. That's no problem.
I might shimmy over. Is this bit
Yeah.
I can walk on? Okay, cool.
Lou will cast minor or normal invisibility on himself.
Pathetic invisibility. Sort of like shit invisibility, like bad invisibility.
Yeah,
He's got pound shot
idiot
invisibility.
invisibility.
And is taking the other side to where he sees Rock run off to. Cool.
How does he see me? I'm invisible.
He doesn't see shit.
He sees which direction you're going. He's a good enough scout that he knows where your boot prints are.
Right.
probably would have discussed it, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I would think
No,
we would.
Rock's just like, bye. Gosh.
Rock's just like, woohoo, I'm invisible, bye!
Everyone just
And then
disappears.
that's how he knew. He's like, he heard which direction you were screaming, ah, as you ran.
Actually, put Aisling, Rock disappears and just goes invisible. Eugene just pops onto another realm. Aisling's like, okay.
I don't even have alabaster in my head, so I'm just sitting there like,
On your
well,
own.
fuck
It's
my
just
dad.
me and
I
you.
guess.
Scathe! You two having a really
Hey!
awkward conversation.
Hey, last time it was just us. You were a T-Rex, so
It was very,
And it was
very good fun.
Fucking excellent.
Cool. First actual round. This bomb goes off. They start screaming about ambush. One of the characters can't be surprised. Hope kind of sees the situation. She goes, shit. And she will cast a spell on herself. She will also cast Armor of Agathis.
Ah!
Hers takes the
Can I
form
s-
of plate mail. Can you up?
Can I see her do that?
Yeah,
Can I counterspell it?
of course you can. It's a
Okay.
castable spell.
Alright, cool.
Cool. Armor of Agathis is blah, blah, blah. First level spell?
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
she's
pretty
cast.
solid.
Oh, hang on. She's casting it at 5th, so you will need to make an
Ah.
Arcana check.
So you need to roll for it.
Alright. So it's
You got it.
Arcana that I'm rolling for. Well. Oh, it's an 11.
11 is not quite enough, I'm afraid. It doesn't take hold.
Damn it.
On the upside, this is so you know if someone counterspells yours is also cast at 5th level. So
Yes, it is.
yeah, so because warlocks are weird.
Haha, it's great.
love warlocks.
Cool, and she will also tippy-toe back a little bit away from the trap, kind of looking at these two flapping things next to her and goes, kill them? And then it is Eugene. Your go.
Oh shit, yeah, it's amazing.
But you didn't go first.
Sorry,
She
one
did.
second. Okay, so first of all, I need to reappear somewhere. Let's go here. And then I will... I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Ice Storm. Sorry, I'm just working out distances.
No, you take your time. Wizard spells are
like
big and
first.
complicated.
Wizard math.
Wizard math is big.
Wizard math is the actual opposite of girl math because it's real and difficult.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't just sort of say something.
And it has real consequences.
Real
Okay,
world
okay.
consequence.
What do you fucking mean? Girl math
I'm
is
going to
vital.
cast the center of it will be here.
So ping that for me again.
This creature here.
Yeah. It's
Second
So
flying.
it's a 20-foot cylinder, which is 40 foot high.
Whoa.
Holy
Um,
shit.
So I believe that means this. Sorry, hang on.
It's flying at
This
you.
guy, the Hope, and this one over here all need to make, and the one it's literally cast on top of,
Yeah.
need to make a dex save.
cool. What does it say about flying creatures in relation to that?
If they're more than 40 foot in the air, then they'd be fine, I assume. But it's a 40 foot
Otherwise,
high
it doesn't say
cylinder.
anything. Yeah, I didn't know whether they got any sort of advantage because they were like, "Oh no, the ground is coming towards me."
No, because a rock hard pile of ice pounds into the ground, so
Cool.
it comes
From
from above
above.
them, I'd imagine.
Okay, that's no problem. Sorry, I thought for some reason it was like pillars of the earth. That's perfect.
No, it's the opposite way.
Yeah.
Well,
Opposite.
it doesn't say that. It just says it pounds into the ground. So,
Pounds
yeah.
into ground kind of
All,
implies.
all of them get a rock hard pounding, regardless of where they are in the cylinder.
There is a lot
Yes,
of pounding
thank
going
you.
on. Eugene, is Eugene
Uh,
just doing this kind of thing to flirt again with Scathe?
Uh,
More
doing
wizard
lots of-
flirting. More wizard
Yeah.
flirting.
so
Always flirting. Pounding
the
that
Cast
ground.
very violent spells, and we're all like, "Oh,
Hope rolled a 17. Whoop.
Meets his beats.
The two little creatures.
it's a good point, Hedge. This is the 69th episode. It is mandatory that it's full of
If
filth."
we were going to pound anyone on any episode, it's got to be this one.
15
Specifically
and
rock hard.
15 and 12 respectively for the two flappy little things.
Yeah.
And the white abashi. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Ah,
Narratively speaking, he's now on edge after the floor exploded underneath him.
He's edging.
Okay, so above a 17 is a success and takes half damage.
Yep.
And it is
All the maths. All the maths.
15, 29 damage.
Cool. What?
Sorry, so some of that is bludgeoning and some of it's cold damage. So 10 bludgeoning,
Yeah.
and then the rest
19 points of cold.
19 cold.
Yep, it's hot. It's hard to math when hot.
I just added it all together.
yeah.
And then because it's then basically an ice storm in that area, so that area is difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
Amazing. Would you mind drawing me a box around the area? Whilst I just do the maths on the injuries
Sure.
that they sustain.
Let me just
So,
check.
You want me to do it, do you?
Yeah, please.
Is that about it?
No, so the center will be where this one is. So it's 20. So it's like.
Oh, so bear with me 1 second. So, unsurprisingly, the small little creatures made of fire not particularly great at absorbing ice magic.
That's what I was hoping for.
They pop out of existence.
Oh, rip.
Interestingly, these two are fast enough that they can avoid most of the damage. And it doesn't look like the Abishai took much damage at all.
Okay. And I am going to move here, and then I'm in the ethereal plane. Wait,
Lovely.
do I want to be there? Okay.
With a big pop of air, Eugene disappears. Still in the surprise round. Rock, you are up. Oh, sorry, actually it's Lou first. Unsurprisingly, Lou appears out of nowhere with 2 short swords and stabs this guy quite.
Awesome.
Could someone please roll me 2 attacks with advantage?
I don't trust my rolls today.
I shall do it.
They've been garbage.
Yeah.
The first one is a 9 on the dice.
9, that is 15 to hit. That will hit.
Oh, phew. Sorry, Luke. And the second one is a natural 20 and a 5.
Hey!
That's better. Cool. So, I will roll the damage for that. Okay. 8.
What is that thing he's attacking?
That is a black Abashai. So, like the dragon things you saw before, but like it's
Yeah.
a black draconic version.
The token illustration is cool for that.
11.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
5,
I also
8.
really like this pretty map.
It's another 8-fold paper one, which is I just love their stuff really.
Yeah, they do great stuff.
Sorry, 5, 6, 11, 14. And then I need to do sneak attack.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, that's good too.
Kill that
Rogues are gonna rogue. He is 9, 12, so additional 12, 20. So he does
Does he get snapped
34 damage to this guy who has already taken some damage. He is not looking healthy.
Oh no.
And both his
I thought it was
daggers.
an Abashi.
Yes, Abashai. He's a bit shy about it. Yeah, he does not look healthy. You would know, Scathe, that Lou has enchanted both his daggers just in case. And here's a bonus action. He will look to Aisling and say, give them hell, and you can have help on your action, which is a d6 you can roll on any attack, ability, or saving throw until the beginning of his next turn.
Lovely. Nice.
Cool. That will now make it Rock's turn.
All right.
I'm not sure they're going to survive the first round at this rate.
Sorry about it.
No, don't be sorry about it. Be effective. It's cool.
I'm going to use my full movement to move up to here. They obviously can't see me.
Sneaky, sneaky boy.
And I am going to then make my dancing rapier appear as my bonus action.
Nice.
So, just drag the rapier on. Okay, good. So I'm going to make that appear sort of over here, because I'm basically going to use it as a distraction.
Smart.
I mean, I'm going to use it to hurt them too, but
Painful distraction.
A painful distraction.
yes. So as part of that bonus action, the rapier attacks.
Zoom up to that white Abashai.
I am going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll attack the white Abashai, and that will be 23 to hit,
23 will hit.
and it is 8 points of slashing damage.
Slashing, and it's magical.
Sorry, piercing damage.
Piercing.
Cool.
This
Damage.
sword seems to come out of nowhere and just runs through this white Abashai. He pushes it off and steps back and starts hissing at it, looking for where it came from.
And I will then also, as my action, I'm going to cast. Just checking range and something. Sorry, I also have to do the measurements because
You are
I'm
fine.
just a bit shit with it. Okay, so I am going to cast Bane as my
Ooh.
action.
Who is baned?
And I'm just going to cast it at 3rd level, so there's 3 creatures. And it's going to be Hope.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shithead. It's going to be Shithead, this one over here, and this one over here. So the white and black and Bashy.
Amazing. They need to make a save, I think, don't they?
Charisma saving throws, yes.
Awesome. Hope rolled. What's her charisma? 21.
Yes.
The black Abashai rolled a natural 20.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
For
Passes up here. Okay.
for some. The white, however, rolled a grand total of. That poor white one's not had the best battle. It's not going to last long. A grand total of 10.
So,
Aw.
so they obviously must roll. I will roll a d4 for them every time they
Awesome.
attack.
You get the sense from the other two as you cast the spell that both of them have quite strong personalities.
Well, welcome to the club.
They've been to therapy.
They have been to therapy.
Sure.
Cool, so he is baned.
Okay.
Remind us.
And that's my action and bonus action.
Nice! Well done. Cool. Next up. We've got. Hang on, where were we? It is Scathe.
Yo. I'm going to.
Actually, you're up
I'm going
next.
to drop a couple of fun facts for people.
Cool.
Did you know that invisible creatures get advantage on their attack rolls? And also, did you know that if you polymorph someone who is under the effects of Armor of Daggerfist, they're still under the effects of Armor of Daggerfist? Just going to put that out there with no context.
Wait, say
And
that
I'm
thing about
gonna-
invisible again.
Pardon?
You have
The
advantage.
thing about invisibility.
You get, if you're invisible, you get advantage on your attack rolls.
Yeah, but not the dancing rapier he dropped and then attacked. So
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
that's-
not the
exactly.
rapier, but
But your attacks
future
you get.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's all of them because it's all the while you're invisible because it's great invisibility. It doesn't drop. You just whap away.
Keep smacking.
I beg your
So,
pardon.
bonus action. I'm going to begin my blade song, and then
Do the thing.
like a whirling dervish. I'm going to. Where are we?
There we go.
Oh!
It was this one.
Yeah!
Dear viewer discretion, please be aware there are some
yeah.
flashing lights in this episode.
No, great retrospective warning there.
Both of those were well under 10 seconds, so they should be okay for most people.
Right. And then, yeah, I'm going to make 2 attacks. I'm going to do what my sword do.
Doo-doo.
Did we mention it's episode 69?
Yeah.
21 is the first attack.
21 on that Abashai. Yeah.
Yeah. And the second one is 19.
Those will both hit.
We
Oh, yeah.
love to hit with weapons. Okay. Ooh.
We got
17 plus 8 is 25.
Nice. And
25
those.
damage from the 2 weapon attacks. It was a bonus action to enter my blade song.
Yeah.
And I think that's me for now.
Awesome. They take some damage. Do not look happy about it. That would make it. Aisling, it is your go.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna stay put, and I'm going to, as my bonus, I'm gonna make my cool glass sword do the guiding swarm one. So
Nice.
it gives the baddies disadvantage on me. And then as my big action, I'm a blast. And I'm a blast. One next to Lou that's looking real rough.
Yeah, go for it.
21 to hit on the first one.
21 will definitely hit.
We love to see it.
Do you want to roll your damage just in case you don't need to hit him for a second one?
Okay. That's 12 damage on the first one.
Yeah, he gets struck in the side and just falls over with a a snap. He just kind of falls over to the side, and he's dead.
It's really unpleasant.
He
Alright.
did.
Can I use my second one on this idiot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Considering my-
Blasted.
Ooh, that's 28 to hit.
28 will hit. Is that a natural
Good.
20?
No,
No.
Wow.
Just the goods.
it's just yeah.
It's just
I
the
have a
goods.
plus. I have a plus 11 on my Eldritch blasts. So
It's crazy.
Crap.
yeah, I know it's fucking great. Where are all my d10s? There we go. That's just 7 damage on that one.
Just 7.
Just
Uh,
7.
Yeah, he takes it to the face.
A blast straight to the
face. So, top of the round, it is this Black Abashai next to you. Scathe, he is going to attack you.
It's rude.
3 times.
Rice.
First one is a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Subsequent ones are 25 and a 16.
25 hits, the 16 doesn't.
Awesome. So he goes to bite you and you dodge out the way, but you don't see the scimitar coming up from the side. That is 8 points of magical slashing damage.
No problem. I've kept concentration.
Cool.
You'll be glad to know.
Hey.
The other one you kind of are expecting. Cool. That will make it Hope's turn. She will. Does she have to do anything in terms of that storm, Theo?
It's just difficult terrain, so
Cool.
if she's going to move, it will be.
10. She backs off. As a bonus action, she will hex Lou. making his.
Oh, come on, lady.
strength.
He's only got one good eye.
Thorn in our side far too long, Lou. Let's see if we can't resolve that. She will then make 3 Eldritch Blasts. 1 at Lou, 1 at Aisling, and 1 at Scathe. Cool. So it is a 24 to hit Lou, 19 to hit Scathe, and a 21 to hit Aisling.
Yeah, fucking
Oh,
Can I? You can counterspell a cantrip, right? I cast counterspell.
Can you counterspell a cantrip?
Does it
don't
cover
know that
all
you can.
3?
I don't think you can. I think that's one of the things
It
that
just
they kind
says
of...
if a creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower.
Can you counterspell from the ethereal plane?
yeah, because Eugene can see and see, so that's all you need.
Yeah, I
to
can
spell.
see in here.
Yeah.
It doesn't
According-
say anything about.
according
It
to the
can't
internet.
physically interact.
According to the internet, cantrips are counted as spell level 0. So
Yeah, that's just
Okay,
what I
that's
saw.
fair
as well.
enough.
I just googled it too.
Yeah, that's fine. It's very one of those weird questions.
I
Yeah.
can't cast it from the ethereal plane.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
think.
Ah,
Good
damn it.
thought, though.
It-
Um,
It
Yeah.
specifically says you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on the ethereal plane.
Cool.
fair enough.
Ooh, that is...
I forgot I was there, to be honest.
I hadn't.
Did you doze off in the ethereal?
Yeah, just dozed off on the ethereal plane.
Cool. So she does 19 damage to Lou.
Can he not uncanny dodge or
Whatever.
evasion? I
Yes,
don't know how strong he is.
Here's fair
Louis,
point.
stay alive.
Isn't he a rogue?
He
Do
can
something
actually.
rogue-y.
He will halve that. Thank you for reminding me.
I got told to. I got told to look out for Lou. I got told to look out for Lou. I'm looking out for Lou.
Backseat looing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Looking out.
Hey, I'm juggling a lot of classes here, so I'm.
Yeah.
Any help
Yeah.
you guys can give me the better.
It is
the better.
wild to me that you build character sheets for all of these people. Basically, like it's
I'm
too
sorry.
much.
Nicky, did you just say Lou King out for him?
Yes, it is.
Uh,
Well
You don't have to
done,
bring
sir.
attention to all of them. A lot
No.
of them aren't very good ones.
I thought that deserved attention. I thought that was worth it.
Actually, it's 14 points of magical force damage and 9 to Scathe.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
the grumpiest damage taker I've ever encountered.
Yeah, she really is.
Rock
As
is
these,
still invisible.
she draws up these this sort of like fire, and you actually think she's going to cast firebolt at the time until it hits you, and you realise it feels like being hit by a wall.
Ow, what?
And you're like, oh no, that's what it feels like when I do it to other people.
What? Mine's
Eugene,
prettier though, so.
yeah. Eugene, it is your. Oh, hang on. Does she have a bonus action?
Nah.
She hexed.
She did. You're right. Thank you for the reminder.
Good point.
Eugene, it is your go.
Okay.
at that
seems
little
to
tail.
me She's trying to get away. We don't want that. So I will cast Earthen Grasp.
Ooh.
So that's a strength save, I believe. Just let me check. Yes, strength save.
Strength save.
Oh, and I need to come back from the ethereal plane.
She rolls an 18.
That is a pass. I don't think anything happens.
She literally just slips by. I think it's still there, but she... Because isn't it? It's like a token thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still there, but she just basically dodges out of the way of the initial attack.
Yeah. So it is just... I don't know that I have a token for it. I'm afraid. No. for now, it can be signified by pocket.
Cool, thank you. I'll get you an Earthen Graph token at some point, I promise.
Pocket is a giant hand.
Nice.
And I will see if I am on the ethereal plane once again.
Lovely. Lou takes a look at the situation. Oh, actually, I should have got rid of another token.
Bye.
He no longer has to worry about that. He will, however,
Bye,
5,
Felicia.
10,
Blasted
15,
him.
20, 25, 30.
I'm
That's
just
not right.
play.
Leaping to the other side.
Lou,
You
I'm
wanted
okay.
me to kill you! Can you make someone make 2 attacks for him with advantage?
I'll do one.
I'll do another one.
I rolled a 12 on the dice.
Okie dokie, that is an
Got
18. That will definitely hit.
Got a 10 on the other one.
16 will also hit.
Hey.
Yeah.
So he can use sneak
This
attack on
squishy
the.
idiot really shouldn't be on this battlefield. Jesus Christ. That's not a reflection on Eugene. Eugene
I
is
was
not
just going
on
to say,
the
that's no way to talk about Eugene.
battle. Eugene
Yeah.
blinked
I'm
out
not
the
even
battlefield.
here.
Yeah.
They're effectively damage dealers. Like if they hit you, they do a lot of damage. So he does. First attack is 13, 16, 18 points of damage against this white Abashai. And the second one you also hits is 9 points of damage. As these kind of swords come out of nowhere and really lay into this creature. Sorry, I just damaged the wrong creature. 29.
Crimes.
There we go. That Abishai is looking very, very rough.
Is that the one between these guys?
I mean, none of them are particularly pretty.
I mean, yeah, they're not exactly,
Ooh.
going to win any beauty pageants
Get 'em.
by your standards, at any rate.
Get 'em.
It's true. Amongst the Abishai, they may be radiant beauties. I don't know.
Among my people, I'm considered quite a ravishing Abishai.
Is this their free action to flirt with us?
Then you should probably stay amongst your people.
Ooh!
Cute. That will make it Rock's go.
Okay. Rock is going to use his what do you call it, movement to move right up to her,
Oh shit.
and I am going to run with the Fang of Navara and strike
Nice.
with advantage.
Get her.
Oh, that's a 23 to hit.
Damn.
23 will definitely hit.
Okay. I need to okay. Oh, I see it. Yeah. So that is, I think that's 11 points of magical slashing damage,
Amazing.
and 1d8 radiant damage,
Very nice.
and I will also use a smite,
Go for it.
which I have to just quickly figure out. If I need
So it's 2d8 for first level spell slot.
I'm going to use the second level, so it'll be 3d8 here.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Yes.
4 and 4, 8 and 5. 8 and 5,
8 and 5 is 13.
so additional 13.
She did not enjoy that.
And then, because I am invisible and I am going to withdraw 10 paces.
Oh,
Wonderful.
cool. So you don't have to disengage when you're invisible.
Well, she can't get a attack of opportunity if she can't see me, can she?
She could probably hear you, but it would be at disadvantage.
Okay.
So that is a grand total of... Has she got anything? She's got a longsword on her. 14 to hit?
No.
No, you dodge out of the way easily.
That wouldn't
Cool.
even hit
Try
me.
that. Oh!
You in the Ethereal plane sipping a drink. Being like, that bitch wouldn't even hit me.
I love the way you said that.
Amazing. Good go.
Does my smite counts as my bonus action?
No, your smite, your paladin smite, your radiant
Yeah,
smite is just standard part of your attack, which means you still have a bonus
Got it.
action if you
Okay.
need it. If you're
That's
thinking
my
of, there are some smite spells you have to actively cast.
Yeah, because I do have one
Yeah.
that I have to actively cast. But anyway,
But-
I am going to use my rapier.
Yeah.
And I am going to fly it straight at her as well.
Ooh,
She's having a bad day.
So there it is.
Stop me now, I'm having such a bad day. I'm having a time.
Stab my two swords.
And this is just a straight roll without advantage because it's
Yeah.
the rapier, and this would be a 17 to hit.
awesome. We'll need
Okay.
you to make a dexterity saving throw though, because her armor of
Sure.
Agathis will go off.
Yeah.
Go off, Queen.
Go off.
Go off the side of the cliff.
Shall I roll the damage for the rapier first?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Just so I don't forget. 8. 5 plus 2, 7 points from the rapier.
7 points.
And you need a dexterity saving throw, did you say?
Yes, please. Yeah.
22.
22. So you take 13 points of ice damage as it explodes outwards. But I feel like you're resistant.
I am with the sword.
So that's halved again to 6. As you kind of watch as he, out of nowhere, this kind of blur of motion, and then it seems to explode in ice.
Which you've seen before because I accidentally did it to Eugene
Oh, I remember it well.
at one
Rock-
time.
Rock twitches with old trauma.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So the two Abashai were
Actually,
white.
sorry, Chris, just as an amendment, I'm sorry. When I back off, can I back off here
Yeah, absolutely.
so that I am literally trying to block her escape if she runs
Yeah.
backwards?
Ooh, smart.
White Abashai 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 will attack the Aisling.
Why do you do that?
Because you're there.
I'm just an innocent goat.
Just innocent goats.
We're just innocent goats.
Go 16 to hit.
Meets his beads.
And dirty 20 hits.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm on the wrong thing. That doesn't make sense. That's better. Sorry. One bite, one roll, one loss. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's 3 attacks. I apologize. You know, just like, that doesn't make sense. That's not right. 24 on the third one.
Oh, gross.
So you take only 4 false damage.
4.
4 false damage, yeah. As it's kind of long sword, it looks like it's humming with magic. Then it will claw at you, doing 7 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then it bites your shoulder,
I need that.
doing 7 points of piercing damage,
Ugh.
and 4 points of cold.
Oh, I am resistant to cold.
So you take half of that, so it's 2 points of cold damage.
Alright, nice one.
Would you like to explode?
Yeah, this idiot does kick off my armor, so they're about to have 20 frost damage up in their grill.
They rolled a 16 on their dexterity to get out of the way.
Nope.
Nope. So they take. Did you say 20?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They take half of that because they are resistant to cold damage. You recognise. You're kind of like, haha, that didn't hurt me. Oh wait, hang on. He's got a frosty breath.
Shit.
God damn
Still
him
took
and his
10 though.
frosty
He
breath.
still took some, and every little bit helps.
Yeah.
This one. Actually, sorry. We'll look at the situation happening over here and run 5, 10, 15, 20 into the snow, kind of not really paying attention, like trying to get over.
that's gone now, sorry.
Okay.
That went at the end of my last turn.
Okay, cool.
I'll get rid of
So they can
Okay.
move normally through that space.
Charges
Bit of my
over.
sword, too.
It's going to try and grapple the flying rapier because it's going to try and grab it by the hilt. That is. So I'm going to go against your spell DC. Would you like to make an attack with your rapier, basically?
Sure.
Fuck.
Um,
then
And the
adding
one that
When
gets
you
another
drop a
attack.
kitchen knife and try and catch it on the fall.
Yeah,
Like, it's just not going to.
Oh,
I'm making an attack roll, adding my spell DC.
You are, and you're going to go against his grapple effect, which is
Okay,
he's
so
rolled a 24. That's what you need to
So,
beat.
no, so 15 on the dice plus 6, 21.
21. Okay, cool. So he has hold of your sword.
holding the wrong end, babe.
If he wants to use his longsword or his claws, he's got to let go of it, but he can still bite people.
Let me just check. I just want to check if anything happens if someone else grabs it.
There isn't really any rules, I think, about it, but what we do is like
Trying to
you
grab
can
Rock's
use your
sword.
bonus action to try and make the sword break free
Yeah, that's all.
as a
Okay.
contested grapple.
God, I'm wearing headphones. I can't get to that bit. I'm wearing stupid big headphones.
Cool. That would make it Scathe. Your go.
Wait.
And Aisling, you're up next.
Okay.
Scathe is going to mid-spin wreath himself in shadows and teleport over here. And then is going to proceed to continue to teleport 5 times. So I used my racial ability Misty Step, and I'm now using the spell Steel Wind Strike.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
As the Australians would say, and not here to fuck spiders. Just the accent went there.
Is that what
Um,
they would say?
Yeah, it's an Australian saying. I'm not here to fuck spiders.
Even,
So
the
I'm
ones,
gonna-
even the ones with an Eastern European accent to it.
Yeah. I'm going to attack the one that Lou is in front of once.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack the one that's got the dancing rapier twice, and then I'm going to attack Hope twice and land next to. Sorry. I'm going to attack Shithead twice and land next to Shithead.
Okay.
So I'm going to make these attack rolls.
Yeah.
Which is fun. So the one fighting Lou is the first one.
Yeah.
So it is a 17 plus 7 to hit. So that's a 24.
That will definitely hit.
Then it's the one grabbing a sword out of midair from the pointy end
Yeah.
twice. That is an 18 total to hit.
18 will hit.
And the second one is a 22 to hit.
22 will also hit.
And these next two are on Hope.
Yeah.
So the first one is 22 again.
Definitely
And
hits.
the second one is a 18.
18. Question. Her armor of Agathis will go off. Will that hit Scathe with that spell? Probably guessing because they'll count as standard attacks.
I do have to land within 5 foot of someone.
Yep.
So on the final hit, I would get hit.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely.
So the first Abashi, I'm magically rolling dice because I'm not doing it by hand. Takes 32 points of damage. The one that Lou's fighting.
Oh,
He did.
fuck.
The second one, in the first attack, that was a very good roll. Takes 44.
44?
That would be the white abache with
Yep.
the sword. The sword is
One
now
is-
free.
Yeah, the one
Okay.
that used to have my
Rex
sword.
numbers, these.
Then I will forgo the other attack on him because that doesn't count for anything. The first attack on Hope is 34 damage,
Cool.
and the second attack on Hope is 39 damage.
Holy
Awesome.
crap.
It is a 5th level spell. Like it's a
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
still
that's
crazy.
insane. That's amazing.
wow. And just for your reference, Chris, because of my special racial Misty Step, I'm resistant to all types of damage until the start of my next turn.
Very
That
nice.
is the end of my turn.
Cool. I will need you to make a quick dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, that's easy. Easy
What's
done.
the range of armor of Agathis?
5 foot.
Okay, so I'm fine.
I have to land 5 foot.
Yeah.
But you're out the way. 17.
17 is. Hang on. What's it?
I might fail.
No, but you still take half, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to roll my one shot.
Sorry, hang on. That's. Sorry, D&D Beyond's being a little slow today. That succeeds. So you take half of 25 and then half again, which is 6.
So I take 6
points
yeah.
of cold damage. So if you're resistant to cold damage as well, you can take half again.
That had a real kind of because why not?
Because why
energy. Okay, so 6 damage, and I made my concentration check.
Yeah.
So Rock is still invisible.
Every time Scathe gets hits, rocks like that.
Scathe. Describe how you eviscerate this woman.
Oh. After the first hit, seeing Shithead kind of falter, Scathe with that last teleports right behind her, next to her ear, and says, "When you were pushed against the wall, you chose to betray someone who loved you. You decided who you are, and you chose your own fate." And then just thrust the sword through the lower spinal column and out through the abdomen.
Oh.
There is a silhouette against these glowing rocks of this woman in her final moments, thrust forward with this long sparking blade, and then she just slides to the ground. In her final moments, as you watch the last of her lifeblood leak from her, she starts to crawl forward, trying to say things in Infernal. "Do not forsake. Do not. I am your servant. I will not." And then the light goes out of her eyes.
Shit.
There is a shriek of rage. I would like everybody to make a quick charisma saving throw, please.
One thing Scathe's got is charisma in spades.
Scave's got charisma in spades.
I got a 17.
10. Would you get 17?
You've
Took
got
that up.
the bedroll bonus.
Oh yeah,
You wanted it.
a D6 you can add.
D6.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got bardic inspiration. That reminds me. Not that it's probably going to help.
16.
16?
Hey!
Thank you, Skia, a woman I've never met or heard about.
But probably last night heard a lot about from Aisling as she explained it all.
Oh yeah.
Cool, sorry. Did anyone roll less than a 17? It's a Scathe. Yeah. Cool. You two both take 15 points of psychic damage.
Which I'm
the rest of
currently
you,
resistant to.
the other two take 8 points. You're on the ethereal plane though, aren't you, Eugene?
Oh yeah, I am.
So you don't take anything.
Nice. Alright.
Still invisible.
I'm good out here.
Thank you.
I'm good out here.
Seeing this, you watch as these Abashi that are left start to panic, and they feel like, actually, you have to dive to one side as fire explodes beneath them,
Yeah.
wiping them both from existence. something angry and ancient shrieks across the battlefield, and you watch. You guys all look up to where this noise came from, and you watch as fire's form crashes into the cliffs, followed by Alabaster, who just grabs her by the wing and then chucks her downwards, and she's already dissolving as Throne's Blade comes out of nowhere with that mighty spear and drives her headfirst into the ground. There is dust everywhere, and it kind of flows through the whole chasm. Kind of all of you have to cover your faces. Have to cover your faces and kind of eyes. And when it clears, all you can see is your two allied guardians, Alabaster hanging off of the cliff, and Throne's Blade holding guard in the chasm. No sign of fire. Fighting is still going on, but you can hear the hasty trumpets of a force retreating.
I love a hasty trumpet.
In my mind, they've got the trumpets in their mouth and they're running, so there's just them breathing through the trumpets while they're running.
And then every now and then you just hear them going.
I thought hasty trumpet sounds like a Victorian insult for a spinster.
It does, doesn't it?
That's excellent.
Or
You
a woman,
hasty trumpet.
or a woman of low morals.
Yeah.
You have defeated hope. Love
That
that.
was always the
Shithead.
goal.
We'll just stick with shit here for
Monokuma
now.
would be so proud.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Oh
gets
my
that joke, but
lord.
it's fine. Someone in the audience will. Hedge will get it. Hedge just played Danganronpa.
Things settle down. The dust clears, and you kind of left with this empty area that you pretty much ruined between magical attacks and the other. But
Fine, I'll buff out.
Just put some dust over it. I mean, who can tell?
Yeah.
She's dead. Shithead is dead. Lou's
Yeah!
like, fuck
Did
her.
it!
Fuck her and her stupid draconic. And he just kind of throws down a sword and just kind of.
Whoa.
Is definitely having a moment, and you can see there's a lot of frustration and fear and anger just coming out in this moment.
Well done, Lou.
I've done all of you. Blimey. You have. I mean, I'm used to Scathe, but you lot. Wow. It just, without even thinking, just rushes over and gives Aisling a hug.
Ah!
Um,
She'll hug him back because. Why not?
There's a gentle
Does he
padding.
just get impaled on armor of Agathis?
Yeah, it's a hug.
Oh no! I turn it off.
Oh,
How did Lou die? Well,
there goes his one good eye.
so fire marks on one, frostbite up the other.
That's fucking cool.
There's
Blue of
a
ice and fire.
gentle padding and a less gentle sort of like whoop and crunch as Alabaster is throwing himself from side to side, coming towards you all.
Yeah.
Throne's Blade comes close to you all. We must quit this place. My forces will chase off and then retreat.
Is fire dead?
She nods slowly. Fire is gone.
Hey.
Their army is in disarray. You have bought this land time.
Go take.
Let's just hope it's enough.
Come. She holds out her free hands in a familiar way. Hold on to one another, and to me.
I'm over here.
She's like a mum when you're crossing the road.
Yeah.
On the hands, on the hands.
Spear over one shoulder. Can
Yep.
you follow? Absolutely. And Alabaster just scoops Aisling up.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
Lou,
I didn't die.
you didn't die. And
I've
you
got
can
the
notice that
crack.
his form's got multiple scratches and burns over it, but he ultimately looks quite hardy. I will follow with these two. You take those three. I'll meet you back at the camp. She nods. And you kind of get this sense that there's been an understanding met between these two.
Good.
Holding on to the hands of Rock, Scathe, and Eugene, she flips her cloak around all of you, and there's a sense of movement, and you are standing back on the borders of the war camp you were in earlier.
Me and Alabaster just fucking walk.
Yeah. Like he's...
It
It takes...
a minute. We'll be there in about 14 hours.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
It doesn't take you a minute or two. You're a little slower because the way that Alabaster travels is different, but you are not that far behind. You arrive. She lets go. A rest, a recoup, and then when you are ready, I think I can send you back.
Okay. I want to go brag to Bridget first, though.
She will return soon.
Let's all go and have a little sit down. Is everyone all right? And I'm just going to kind of shepherd everybody away to go and sit back to sort of go to the tent.
Yeah, I'm a bit sore, but most of my blood's still in, so.
Always a good start.
She had hold of me, and you definitely broke that spell. Well done.
What, me?
Yeah, well done.
Oh, cool.
When she hexed me, I felt her in my mind. It was like she was going to be able to control me.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't particularly great being on the receiving end of some warlock shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Gives you a new appreciation for what you're doing out there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
First time I got stabbed,
Didn't
I felt
like it.
exactly the same.
And she's able to do more blasts than me, and I'm not okay with that.
Well, she cannot do any blasts anymore.
That's true. Aha.
And
Also, you'll get there.
Eugene, that ice storm, that was huge.
That was so cool.
I couldn't see you, Rob, but I certainly saw the damage you inflicted on her. She did not enjoy that.
Yeah, just real quick, where the fuck did you go, Rob?
Well, well, I can't take any credit for it, to be honest. It was all thanks to Scathe, really. His invisibility allowed me to attack without being seen, which was quite a genius idea.
You were invisible for like the whole time.
I was.
That was so
I think.
cool.
I mean, I didn't notice if I wasn't.
I didn't see you. I thought you just bailed.
I saw you when the ice exploded for a second, but it was only a second.
Yeah, I mean, but yes, it was very good. Although Scathe once again did his ridiculous speed attack thing, which was rather impressive. So thank you, Scathe, for your help.
Yeah, thanks.
It is. I appreciate, but this was not for me
Scathe,
to do for
Scathe,
you.
Scathe. Just say you're welcome.
Sure, you are
There you
welcome. But it is everything that we have done is for a reason that is beyond kind of the immediate. Also, Eugene could do the
Scathe,
tab. Yes.
babe.
You were good. We were all amazing. That plan
Yeah.
worked.
And make no mistake, I am well aware of what Eugene is capable of.
Yeah, but you can have the nice feelings too.
Because you were very good, and to be honest, I thought you were just a one-trick pony and you were going to be disastrous. So, you know, I'm glad. Well done.
You're glad you got to see my single trick twice? I am.
Yeah.
Dear. They're going to be like this forever, aren't they?
Rock's not very good at giving compliments. even
And
to people
Scathe is
he
not good
like.
at taking them either. So
No, it's an interesting dynamic. Interesting little back and forth going on.
honestly, I thought he hated me until he asked me to kill him.
Yep.
Oh, wild sentence that only in the context of this game makes entirely perfect sense.
Literally.
Scathe, will you be returning with us?
I don't. Yes. I think that the biggest blow has been dealt here, but there is more. I am not where I need to be able to affect the change I want to see. That is, I need to become
Scathe,
stronger.
are we gonna have to redo the harrowing?
Oh, Eugene.
Well,
I think Lou is laying down by this point and goes, "If you are, I quit."
I believe the case could be made that we have done everything that was asked for us.
Right.
Yes, I got a piece of the abashi that was lying at my feet. So
I've probably got some bit of someone on my clothes somewhere.
Is this? Are you looking for trophies for a reason?
Oh yes, we're making
yeah,
Aisling a necklace.
Alabaster, you said you picked me up a wing.
I had the wing. It dissolved. It's very rude.
Hey, you didn't get one of Hope's teeth.
What?
I'm not sure I can go back if you'd like.
Yeah.
Why are you looking for the teeth?
Fiends that do not belong in this realm will dissolve and disappear.
Like candy floss.
Eugene is worried that they may not believe that this was enough for the harrowing.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying they won't believe that it happened. That's just
Is
how
this
we're supposed to measure
necessary
our
for the
skills if they didn't witness them.
Is this necessary for the continuation of your mission?
For the continuation of Eugene's brain, yeah.
Well, I would argue that although it's not necessary.
Yes, it is. Absolutely, 150%
I
necessary.
would be a lot more helpful if I could access.
Alabaster
magic.
puts one of his large hands very gently on Eugene's shoulders. And just, absolutely 150% necessary. If there's anything you can do to intercede and prove that these wonderful people did their amazing job here, we will take it.
Yeah, that.
It is also the burden of proof I assume in a situation like this would fall to your proctor. Their job is not solely to kill you, it is to observe and to make sure that you fulfill the requirements. So
Also, I'm sure they have ways. That sounds more ominous than it should, but it might not be inaccurate. But I'm sure they have ways of proving that we're telling the truth. Hopefully they don't involve thumb screws and potions. But anyway. But yes, I keep forgetting you two are still... Yeah, got to do
you will
grown
get
up with
access
it.
to
Or when we go
stronger magic.
back, we'll still be mid-harrowing and then we have to finish it, maybe.
That will be fine.
Oh God, really?
In which case, you
You-
should get a full night's rest before we discuss that.
It's true.
Okay.
I have a path that I can open that will send you back,
Okay.
but we will discuss that in the morning.
After a bit.
You have done well, and your names and deeds will be remembered in this realm for eternity.
Thanks.
She steps off and she looks at Alabaster. No, I'm going to stay here this time. She nods and then walks off, and you see that portal open, and she steps through.
So you guys are like friends now, yeah?
But she doesn't want to kill me anymore.
Okay, good. Friends. Best friends.
There's a lot
Is
of
she
stuff
still-
we talked about. Oh, God, I'm always going to be intimidated by her, but at least I know I'm welcome here.
Good. Okay, amazing. Right.
Scathe,
Yes.
thank you for keeping my friends safe.
Well, I mean, he
It
just
was
helped.
a
He
pleasure.
wasn't, you know.
And thank you all for keeping each other safe.
Yes, and thank you for being there. And yes, can we just sit down and have a drink now, please?
I saw you like smashing them about in the sky. It was nuts.
Just think, kind of nudges Eugene, we can work out a way for you to have a smaller version of me do that for you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, good.
If I pass.
You'll pass.
We've tried telling him he won't.
Do you need them to tell you that you are worthy?
No, but I need them to tell me I can.
Do you need them to tell you that you're worthy?
No.
Then tell them yourself. When we get back, we will say we have done what is required, and we will be granted the access.
Okay.
He listens
At
to
some
it.
point during this downtime, Scathe is going to write down a little cipher for his key, for his code, using a fun trick where he can write with his finger and ink comes out.
Love
I
that.
love that.
Fuck yeah! And then
Oh, with the tubes up his sleeve.
touching the paper paper, is Eugene Wyrm, and from now on that piece of paper is invisible to anyone apart from Eugene. Only
Love
Eugene
that.
can read it.
No.
That's very cool.
Amazing.
It's just so that you know, if curiosity, maybe any self-respecting wizard would, take a look at the book and maybe write some down. I would be disappointed if you didn't, plug some gaps, maybe.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about it, honestly.
Of course.
You will have to send Theo your spell list separately.
I did it when Theo said, "I'm going to take a look through that book." I
Yeah.
showed my spell book and sent it to Theo.
Amazing.
Amazing. You guys rest. It is about an hour before the first parts of the army start returning. Some of them are driving Fire's forces to the furthest reaches away from the hole in the sky. They are broken, they are scattered, and there's a sense of elation and joy around the camp. It gets wild because Fays, Celestials, and Fiends partying together is a very interesting mix. You have a feeling between you there is going to be more than one Celestial that's going to wake up tomorrow owing their soul to somebody.
Oh yeah.
Wow. The stakes are high at these parties.
So how did that angel fall? Oh, they were at a house party.
The problem is we're still not
Either
certain whether it was the Fiend or the Fae that they were flirting with that did it.
And I thought the walk of shame was hard to do.
Yeah.
The fall of shame.
It is raucous and joyful, and the most pleasant noise this realm has heard in 1,000 years. You're all swept up in it. You get to enjoy each other's company, get hailed as the heroes you are, spend time with Lou and Bridget. In the middle of the evening, a second group comes in with a large cage. In it is a sleeping bear, permanently fixed with an iron collar to hold him in place. It takes them a little while to work out, but they eventually break the seal that was placed upon him. And for the first time in 2 years, Beradon can hold his own form again. You don't get to spend much time with him as he's swept off by others who want to check his mental and physical well-being. But Bridget does tell you that he, for what he's been through, is at least whole of mind. He was Hope's trophy, and she was keeping him in the center of her camp.
She really was a shithead.
Awful woman.
Right.
You celebrate, you rest, you relax, and the next morning you are brought before Throne's Blade. The next journey is the hardest in many ways. We will have to journey through the ways hold close. I cannot stay long, but I will tell them what you have done.
Just gonna nudge Eugene.
Bridget and Lou kind of give each other a look, and then Scathe. We're not coming.
I figured.
We still have work to do here, and we can't leave them. Not now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate it here, but it's damn sight better than the world they're going to create if we leave. So, Bridget just...
Also, someone's got to keep them entertained.
Absolutely. You've seen the way that they kind of party. Ridiculous.
It's fucking good.
Bridget kind of walks forward and just gives Scathe a hug. I am so proud of the man you've become, and I know you will do amazing things for our people in your future adventures. Then she turns to the rest of you. It has been an honor fighting alongside you and watching you finish your harrowing.
See, finish.
You are amazing people, and I feel like the world is in safe hands.
Thank you.
Lou kind of just strolls up and goes, "Oh, you did all right, I suppose. Take care of one another."
That was in character. She acted.
Yeah. And he nudges you with a shoulder. It's been fun. You're fun, all of you. And I look forward to hearing... Look, when this is all done and you've made the world safe, we will come back. And we're going to get drunk somewhere. And you can tell me all about it. See you later, Aisling. You're not bad for a satyr.
Yeah, you're alright, I suppose, for a fool.
He chuckles and just gives you a brief hug. Goodbye, you two. And just reaches out and grabs each of your shoulder. And Scathe, afraid you're going to have to get someone else to kill you now. Rock's quite
Yes,
good
I
at it.
think.
I'll do it.
I was gonna say, I'm sure Brock will volunteer.
So quick.
And he just gives you a big brotherly hug.
Look, it's okay if it gets too much, you know.
I know.
You can go home.
I know. I mean, Bridget will look down at me, but...
No, she won't.
No, she
She's
won't.
very tall. She has no choice.
Lou,
I know.
I admire what you're doing. It's okay.
Aisling, if you ever find yourself in the Warrens,
Uh-huh.
look at my mother, please.
Okay. What's her name?
Arwen.
Okay.
Just let her know I'm okay and that they didn't get me.
Okay.
At least I know that her life's not in danger anymore. They step back. A muscular figure shuffles forward, looking tired. Well, I'm not staying here. I want to go home.
Yeah, come with us.
Throne's Blade opens the portal, and you are led back into the room with this white chair. She moves forward, and she casts a rune in the air. This throne starts to glow. Place your hands on the throne, and one on each other or me, and I will take you home. There is a shifting of sensation, and you feel like you are pulled and pushed at the same time. And that is where we're going to leave today's episode.
Ooh. I'll wait for your GCSE results, Eugene.
You could have. It's at least A levels. It's like a B Tech.
Lovely people. This has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this a lot. Thank you so much for kind of doing this on such a hot day as well. Just going to put it back to something a little bit more us. Cool. We have been Some Other Heroes, and we will be back next Sunday. In the meantime, I'm going to get my friends around me to let you know where you can find them on the socials and if they have anything coming up at the moment. We're going to start with our amazing guest, Niky.
Hi, I'm Niky, and I have something to admit. I lied earlier in the episode where I said I was a mononym. I do have a surname. It's Ellison, and that's how you can find me, Niky Ellison. It's everywhere. I took a picture of a donut and I put it on Instagram. You could take a picture of my picture, but you could go and look at the picture of the donut.
It's a lovely donut.
It was a very nice donut. I'm doing that. I'm melting. I'm enjoying the sun, and I'm just sort of hanging out. So come hang out. Join me in the Discord. Let's watch this show together when I'm not on it, because I won't watch it when I'm on it. Much like Scathe, I also cannot stand compliments or hearing my own voice or seeing my own face.
Project onto our shit all the time.
Not me. I'm different.
No.
I'm well adjusted.
I'm not like other girls.
Built different.
Not like other D&D players. I'm just having a good time watching these guys. So I recommend you do it. If you've just somehow caught some of it, it's all on YouTube. It's all excellent. We're only 69 episodes in. There's definitely time to catch up. It's excellent.
It's the next 69. That's not quite as special, I know, but it feels it.
Nothing will be special till we get to 420, and then we quit.
And then 666.
The other funny number. We
Yeah.
have to. Then 666. Shit. Okay, we've got to keep going.
So does this mean that irrespective of campaigns, I need to keep numbering them up? That's going to put people off, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, no pressure, Chris.
Wayne, would you like to go second, please?
Sure. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. You can find me pretty much everywhere on WayneFick01 or in my new business stuff that I have, which is Created by Wayne, which is my YouTube channel and my online store. And there's all sorts of good stuff on there. So please do go and have a look and connect on socials and say hi. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Do good pop past and have a look at Wayne's amazing stuff. He has wonderful new products coming up all the time. He's working really, really hard, and I'm stupidly proud of him. And I know he won't shout himself out like that because he also does not take compliments well.
Nice.
Look over there.
Theo, please could you go third?
Sure. I am Theo still, and you can find my illustration and stuff on my website, which is theoblueillustration.com, and there's links to find me on social media there. This is part of the episode where everyone piles on me for not having a link to pre-order my book on my website. So,
No, over it now.
My book is available for pre-order, and you can do that if you want.
Yep, amazing. I think most of that's just all over your socials as well, so they can find it fairly
Yeah, it's in your bio on Instagram, I think.
Honestly, if you search Homebody Theo Parish on a place what sells books, it should come up.
And Wayne has also put it in the chat.
I'm an author.
Place what sells books?
Yeah.
Cool. Wayne has had to disappear because our doorbell went. But Charlie,
routinely going at this time on this happened last week as well. Who's routinely bopping around on a Sunday at 6:30?
he pre-orders food for us and forgets that we overrun.
Oh no!
That's smart though.
Smart.
I haven't ever thought of that.
That is very smart.
Cool. Charlie, would you like to go next, please?
Yes. All my stuff is at charlievince.com. I'm gonna do the opposite of these guys and be like, my work's fucking amazing, and everyone should look at it and admire it and send me compliments.
Give me compliments. Nom, 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 nom.
I needed to do that to balance out the self-deprecation. All right. Yeah, all my socials are on there. I'm on Instagram and Blue Sky and Tumblr, and that's it. So yeah, feel free to come say hi.
What more do you
And I
need?
posted a pretty picture today, so you can go have a look at the pretty
Very
picture.
pretty picture.
So cool.
Yes. And
Hi, mum, love you, mum.
hi,
Hi,
Charlie's
Charlie's
mum.
mum.
I don't know why
Don't
we're
worry,
quiet
I
today.
wouldn't have forgotten. Don't worry.
I know, but it's very hot and brain thinking is.
Disgustingly hot.
Yeah.
All of this sucks, and the summer needs to go away. And I'm sorry to summer people. Sorry, Nikki. Sorry.
I like the sun, but the heat is a bit much. Like
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
the
to.
humidity.
If
is
I
horrible
was
today.
on a
Agreed.
beach with a cocktail,
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
was around a
mind.
swimming pool. I'm fine with this heat, but
See, I could live up a mountain with snow and shit forever.
I'm kind of with Charlie on this one.
Yeah.
Speaking of me, you can find me at Chris Mepham RPG wherever media is socialed. You can also find Some Other Heroes in all those same places at Some Other Heroes. We will be back next week. I don't have a huge amount going on at the moment. There's still my dragon tokens up for sale.
Yeah, there is.
Busily pottering around in the background. I am posting a lot of art on Blue Sky at the moment. I'm kind of doing this hyper focus on Blue Sky in terms of social media to see if I can grow that audience. I also have a code which I'm going to offer in our Discord. I noticed it today, so if anybody needs a code, join us in our Discord. I can send it through to you, but only if you are part of the community.
Yeah, come join the Discord. It's really, really fun.
Other than that, we will be back next Sunday for the conclusion of this little story arc.
oh no.
Wild rides to be had still. We love you all very much. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us. Have an amazing week. Roll dice, tell stories, take care of one another.
Love you. Bye.
Bye!